And I think that Moonir having that skill is going to give Balloon Boy like the perfect opportunities to just get in damage, get in those stocks. I think just dynamically, not only in terms of the weapons, but how they play together as a dynamic is going to find a lot of synergy.
Yeah, they're going to be coming in with a Tesca Devil Jin pick for the side of Balloon Boy and Moonir, and on the side of Wes and Vem, we did already see a Devil Jin and a Tesca as well. So it's going to be a mirror matchup, and we've seen what these compositions are able to do. Should be a very exciting match, a very high octane in that sense. But Moonir, the type of guy to be like, what you playing today? And he's like, 15 Legends.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much today, and we're here to learn who's going to be the winner of the West Vem Tankilo Balloon Boy Moonir set here, as we are in the top 16 of things, and we have all of the picks locked in. The Devil Jin versus Tesca will be the team comps for both teams as we get to Small Fortress of Wolves to start off game number 1 of a very hot top 16 set.
Mirror match in picks, but the red team starting off strong. Wes and Vem, a little miscommunication there. Wes thought Vem was going to launch him to the right. You saw him drifting to the right side, sends him back, and Sig. Wes trying to get that follow-up down there, but not able to find the hit. A little bit of damage came out from the blue team to interrupt that one, but they are still getting caught up by this red team blender.
This is going to be a very big opportunity for the red team with this big of a damage lead. We'll find a KO onto Moodi, and that's going to be the first strike there over the side of Wes.
A little slow there on Vem's side. Could have been a KO onto Balloon Boy.
Ryder comes in there, looking to get that extension with those side lights. Side light into wave recovery will catch Balloon Boy and lighting in the corner. And the blue team still struggling to find their footing here as they've racked on a bit of damage. But Moonir getting that down tick there will not be able to KO. Balloon Boy will lose that stock versus Wes again as he gets both. And Moonir trying to go off the top. Will find it. Vem chases high as well. And Balloon Boy will meet Vem as he tries to land, avoiding that downer there off that platform from Moonir. Though as the ground pound comes in, Vem trying to capitalize. Moonir with the side air there. It's going to find that KO. And Wes and Balloon Boy engage in an offstage bout here as it's now a 2v1 offstage. Light into side air into Balloon Boy. Ground pound does not connect. Vem going for a big N-sig there, getting sent into the wall by the side air. Side air from both the blue team members, but that's a big downer. But a bit of a team damage there as Vem catches Wes with his own side air, and that down sig will interrupt everybody. They all make it back to the stage like nothing happened. Wes loses his weapon. Vem with the side light into recovery will close out that stock.
Nice big read on the side of Vem. Once again, red team, they're just kind of reading each other sometimes. Vem will get that hit, and then he'll read one direction. Wes goes that direction, and the opponent ends up going the other direction. It's just a little unfortunate situation there.
Down comes in, but Balloon Boy getting the very edge of that scoop. I'm sure Wes was shocked that he was getting hit by that one, even as somebody that's so familiar with this team cop. Balloon Boy getting a nice big pickup there. That's going to be Moonir interrupting his own teammate's launch angle with that downer. Saves him for a moment there. Recovery won't KO, so it's all worth it in the end.
Yeah, that was a really good decision from Moonir to do that quick down air. Bow neutral light, not quite enough here. It's going to be that neutral light from Wes to get the first KO onto the blue team's. Well, no, sorry, not first, but to get that KO there.
Compound coming in, avoiding as much as he can. That's going to be a big downer. Balloon Boy getting sent low there. Moonir without a weapon, and Vem will meet him as he tries to downer into the wall. Ground will meet him, and now a 2v1 ensues as this is a 3-stock to 1 lead here.
Yeah, Vem was just kind of hovering above Moonir, waiting for him to make that commit. Here's a big team combo. Wes not able to catch that brief moment where Balloon Boy lands onto the stage.
JCD light coming in there, recovery as well. Balloon Boy will get the reversal, but that's going to be a big to close out that stock. And Vem Tankilo and Wes, your South American, one of your South American representatives, taking out game 1 from the cross-region team in Balloon Boy and Moonir.
That was actually a really good down signature at the very end there. I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh yeah, he just did a down signature. But we saw at least twice in that game, the down signature that goes off stage has like no force, and deep red people will survive. But Wes managed to find just enough of the stage there for the bounce for that KO.
Yeah, just really, really great play in general. Being able to kind of bait your opponent into getting a little bit too aggressive. I think that's something that Wes and Vem are able to do. It feels like the matches are on fast forward, and they force you to play that way, and no team really can keep up with a pace like this. It'll have to be a complete try to change here as Wes get hit quite a bit there in the early exchange for the blue and the red team, as both blue team members get juggled there by the respective nairs from both Vem and Wes. Jumping and avoiding, D-Light will catch the corner there, but Wes will get sent off stage in the process. Both the blue team members now hovering over the left side of the stage. Wes with a little bit too much fancy movement there. He's going to actually lose his stock in the process, and Balloon Boy will capitalize with a signature combination. Moonir trying to get a side light into the side air into Balloon Boy. The downer will connect anyway. Wes in a bad spot. Downside comes out. Downer coming out as well, but he'll get an air. Balloon Boy getting sent low. He makes it back. Wes with a side stick gets interrupted by Vem's side stick, who hits his own teammate. And that's some wires crossing for sure by the red team, and the blue team now with such a big lead.
Yeah, Vem was trying to counter punish there. Wes had that side signature connected, but Vem ended up only hitting Wes again. It's just those awkward moments where he's trying to do the right play, but the blue team makes it the worst play possible.
Recovery's coming in as well. That's going to be a big side air now Another Cider coming in. That's going to be a big conversion into the signature, but it gets interrupted just in time for no knockback. Cider sending away. Oh no, it did get knockback, but Moonier's so healthy on his second. Balloon Boy still on his first.
Yeah, this is looking real good for the blue team as they put West down to his final stock. Neutral air from Vem still not going to be enough to KO. Neutral Sig going to miss, and the follow-up there from Moonier leads to another KO. Red team in dire straits here in game number 2.
Yeah, a complete 180 here of momentum. Vem goes for the big ground pound. Moonier getting the ground pound of both red team members. Down stick comes in. Vem with no opportunity to make it back. The recovery comes in, but a big ground pound from West into Vem's down air. A big side light from Balloon Boy to save him, but Moonier gets ground pounded anyway, and the red team capitalize and force Moonier on his last. Balloon Boy getting juggled, but a GC side light into recovery off the top will KO Vem as the NSIG comes out, and West now in the 2v1. Side light into Nair. Balloon Boy in a bad spot. Side air comes out. Moonier not looking to go off stage. Balloon Boy with sweat beats. West will close out that stock, but it's still a 2v1 here for the blue team. West with a Cider on the swap over to the battle boots here.
That was a tough call on Moonier's part on whether or not he wanted to help Balloon Boy. He knew he had the extra stock, so he went for the safer play there. But I think a lot of people would have tried to go and interrupt that edge guard. Neutral light, weapon toss, not going to KO just yet, but the recovery will do it.
The blue team will get a bit of a crowd pop there as the applause come in for the North American and EU team, the cross-region team.
Well, I mean, you know, it's Balloon Boy. He's got a lot of fans in the crowd.
Bread Mafia, shout out Bread Mafia.
He's got his Bread Mafia jersey on. We already got, there's 2 Bread Mafia boys in the crowd as well. I turned around, I saw them.
Boys representing. They'll see a game 2 win for the blue team here.
That was such a good pickup there for Balloon Boy because the red team wanted that vertical KO to try to get things down to final stocks, but instead Balloon Boy just flipped that on its head.
Yeah, and that looked really good. Like, you know, I think Balloon Boy and Moonier, we could all expect, like, all right, you know, they might play kind of wacky, but they look like a comp that's, or a team comp that looks very confident with each other. They look very comfortable. They look like what a normal 2 team will look like. Yeah,
they don't look like there's any growing pains from that cross-region stuff. Instead, it's just like, yeah, we're a standard 2v2 team that's been playing 2s for a really long time.
And Balloon Boy and Raiders used to team a lot of battle boots connection there. So there's a lot of through lines for sure. D-Light into side air will send Vem very far off stage. Vem with the sweat beats coming out. Downer comes in from Balloon Boy. And Sick from West trying to give his teammate an opportunity to get a chase dodge. Very smart, but just not enough knockback in order to send it into Vem's Nair. Ground pound coming in there. Downer from the side of West. GC N-Sig from the side of Moonier to make it back to the stage. Balloon Boy hovering on the left side as well. Big anti-air N-Sig will send Moonier without a weapon off stage. And another N-Sig from West, the Acno Slayer at midseason last year. Another dunk coming in from the red team. Yeah,
that was a good dunk. It got both West and in a blue team member, but because of that grapple property, only threw that one blue team member. Now both blue team members sitting on the right side. West it's a ground pound, but the blue team's still holding on to that stock advantage.
Weapon toss coming down, and the recovery will find its mark there for the red team as we trade out stocks, and it's 5 stocks to 4 here. The blue team with a big opportunity as Balloon Boy sends Vem so far off stage, gets disarmed even on his second stock. D-Light into Nair will send into Balloon Boy's down air, but West with a GC N-Sig will close out that stock. They both make it back now in a 2v1 for the red team, but a D-Light into recovery comes in. Cider keeps West away as well. Moonier the 2v1 winning it out. Another recovery catching Vem in the process. Balloon Boy going for his sidelight into Nair, sending West off stage, and the blue team completely blow open this game in the damage department.
Vem is in trouble. He's got to survive these, but the down sig almost gets caught by the side sig as well. Blue team looking healthy.
They look so good right now, and that's going to be a down sig that sends coast to coast. Not enough to KO there, but almost doing so. That's going to close out that one. N-Sig coming out as well. And right now, both the red team members getting forced on their last. It might just be a 2v1 because he finds the side sig, and it's another one for West to try to make a miracle happen. But the blue team put an end to those dreams and an end to game 3 with a 4-stock win.
That was like a practiced 2v2 combo right there. The gravity cancel downlight to follow up there off the single hit, and then to immediately charge the side sig for the final KO. Man, what a play from the blue team.
They looked incredibly strong there. And that's just one of those things that, you know, when you're able to get those, you know, confident combos and believe in your teammate and not like do the confirmed damage. Like a lot of times if you're not really feeling your teammate, you're kind of just like, all right, I'm going to get like a Nair and a recovery.
Yeah, I'll just do a big side air, launch him, and we're like, okay, we got the damage.
Yeah, but we go over here to Wasteland to mix it up a little bit here. That's going to be a big opener for the blue team already, who come out of the gate swinging again in this game. That's another pickup into a side air end light on the side of Moonier's battle boost and Balloon Boy's end light. And before we could even get the score bug up, a lot.
Yeah, a lot of damage has been put out onto this red team already. Moonier going to catch Vem. Vem on the right side, but West trying to convert that to a KO in favor of them. Instead, West gets caught by the down air. Nice save attempt, but Balloon Boy's there for the catch.
Balloon Boy's crazy! GC sideline into the recovery to KO off the top, saving his own teammate as West on, or sorry, them onto West, but West closes out his stock as well. A double KO from the side of Balloon Boy, but gets shut down there. But Moonir, so healthy on his first. I mean, he's barely in the orange right now, as both the blue team members engage in a 1v1. Vem having to recover there as Sweat needs to avoid. A big side stick comes in, that's going to catch Vem, catching his own teammate there. Sidelight from Balloon Boy, chases high with an air as well. Tries to set up into Moonir, a recovery from the side of Vem to reversal. But right now, the blue team strings are all working.
Balloon Boy still getting some good catches there. There's the end sig. Balloon Boy's ready, waiting for the follow-up to help out Moonir, make sure that launch doesn't go too far.
More team damage to the red team there as they get a nice 3-piece onto Balloon Boy to disarm, but eat a little bit of damage from each other. The Nair comes out to give Balloon Boy enough time to pick up a bow. Moonir still on his first stock, and a down sig comes in to find that KO, and Wes has one option to make it back, and it's not enough. Fem now in the 2v1 versus Balloon Boy cannot confirm, and Moonir looks to put up another double KO for the blue team, and Balloon Boy and Moonir both getting double KOs here, and they're completely dominating. Moonir has yet to lose his first stock.
That's what I wanted to point out, man. Moonir's been holding onto that stock. Finally gets taken out there by a downlight Nair from Vem, but they can't even take out Balloon Boy in the power play. Instead, Balloon Boy might take out Vem.
The down air doesn't connect there. Balloon Boy with no way to make it back, forfeits the stock, and this game's now competitive. He smelled blood in the water, man. He wanted to override there.
Right side sig gonna miss, but a side air from Wes. Moonir just sitting on that right side, currently unarmed. Red team still needs another big play. They want to bring this one back as Moonir reads it off the neutral air, gets that recovery for the follow-up, and it's all left to Wes.
Again in this 2v1, but this one even more impossible than the last. The ground pound comes out, the last-ditch effort, and Balloon Boy puts an exclamation point, and the big win there.
On the other side, Moonir and Balloon Boy won. This is like a first-time team for these two. And then every time Moonir is here, I feel like we're like a broken record, but every time he's here, there's always that X factor, bro. You put him with someone like Balloon Boy, they could do the whole thing. I don't know. What you think? Force you to play 2v2s. There are times when you are watching some teams play and it's like they're going into individual one-on-ones. With these guys, they force a 2v2 no matter what. It's like we're hopping right into it for game number 1. Moonir and Balloon Boy going to try and take out Zen and Hideaway. And so far, a huge team combo potentially to start things off.
Yeah, I was about to be an insane one right there. You saw Moonir just drop it at the top, but still, that's a lot of damage the red team is already able to get on to the blue. Now, Hideaway and Zen gonna have to fight with their back full. Ooh, nice little team combo from Hideaway and Zen as well, though. On a little pieces of chances right there to maybe turn this back around. And speaking of turnaround right there, the double almost coming up from Balloon Boy. They're still now trying to get that onto Hideaway, but Zen already dropping that first stock. That's unfortunate.
Okay, so things are looking pretty good so far here for Balloon Boy and Moonir. Hanging on with that first stock. Moonir's gonna see how much extra damage he can get. A nice little opening there onto Zen, but Zen actually able to get that first stock there with that sidelight recovery. And you can see Balloon Boy taking his time on the left side of the stage, really trying to make sure he can find his opening team combo opportunity. No, they interrupt from Hideaway.
Yeah, he's big chilling right now. Balloon Boy looking unhittable. He's been in this orange for quite some time. Finally gets down, and gets hit by the Hideaway neutral light, but it doesn't matter. Just turns that right back around into another combo, and they are still looking to try and maybe get the stock off Balloon Boy, but it's looking a little rough.
Let's see, looking for that finishing blow onto Zen. If you get Zen down with his final stock now, it's going to be a really good spot for the red team to be in. You can see all this damage does not get unanswered. Zen's playing a great supporting role right now. They find the KO there onto Moonir and onto Balloon Boy as well, giving them a slight lead, but Zen is still in that deep red. One strong hit, and we have ourselves an extremely even battle here.
Yeah, now this is definitely the flex part of the game, man. You got these very, very healthy stocks, but 3 stocks on one side and then unhealthy stocks of 4 on the other. Those 2 could drop, and then the game just flips immediately. But looks like we dropped 1. Now we're looking to maybe get this one off of Hideaway. Hideaway's trying to stay a little patient. Nice. Okay, the insig over the edge to make a little space for him, and he's back on stage.
Okay, there we go. Delay recovery as well. Wow, right, able to pick that one up. Let's see who's going to come out on top here. Slight lead for the red team, but Moonir has to be careful. The blue team is known for being able to kind of erupt at any moment, especially if Hideaway is able to get that weapon, picks up that sword. There we go. Bunch of trading happening here, which is not in the favor of the blue team, but there we go. Moonir, huge opportunity. Balloon Boy a little bit in trouble. Moonir off the wall, not going to go for a follow-up. A little bit of team damage here, and that's it.
Okay, just barely living. Moonir able to make it back. Still playing relatively aggressive, though. Even though he's down to his last stock, he's willing to still try to put some hits out here. Gets a little 2-piece right there with the sidelight recovery. Tries another one. Not going to happen, though.
Oh, the Nair, no follow-up on that. Balloon Boy trying to end it. The recovery's not going to have enough juice, and there goes Balloon Boy. Has another stock here. We are going to need Moonir to hang on, and just barely that Nair's not enough. He's getting hunted down. The recovery catches the lack of a dodge, and now Balloon Boy is left in a 2v1, but there's so much damage racked up here. We just have to find that weapon, but you know they're going to make it difficult. And they have those practice 2v1 combos as well, so if Balloon Boy gets hit even once, ooh, that was once right there. I was scared for him. He could lose that stock.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely off. A good spot to get hit at was right off the stage immediately, but as you were saying, yeah, the damage is looking good. Balloon Boy definitely could steal these stocks quickly. Just has to stay away from any of these team combos. He's having a hard time finding a solid hit on either one of them. Oh, no. Oh, I don't like where he's at right now. Finally gets out. Okay, that was close.
Yeah, he's fishing for recovery because that'll give him the guaranteed KO. Tries to go for a read there, doesn't get it. Hideaway, nice follow-up the team combo. Forces out the dodge with the weapon throw. This ground pound is pretty much guaranteed, and they tap it in. Well played from Zen and Hideaway to go ahead and secure that game one. Balloon Boy tried valiantly, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, he really didn't even have that much damage either, so that was just an opportune spot for him to get hit, and then immediately, you saw how they double covered the edge. He had the ground pound come out from the cannon, and then to really cover the early recovery, and then the D-Light ground pound to cover the late one. Very great edge guard from the blue team to go ahead and take this. You can watch it one more time here. Look at this. Boom. All right, if you did it early, you got hit, and if you did it late, I still got you.
Yeah, well played by Zen there, throwing that weapon throw at the beginning of the edge guard as well. Really limited the amount of wiggle room that Balloon Boy had for the mix-up. And then, I mean, it's like clockwork for these guys. The moment that they feel like they're in a solved situation, they just execute. So hopefully game two goes a little bit better. We're back on the Fortress Alliance, but we'll see if it's enough.
Game two, man, right back into. I mean, that was still a solid game, all things considered. They were in the deep red. If there was just one hit from Balloon Boy from either one of them, they probably would have went past that blast zone. So now, though, he said, you know what, let me make up for lost time. Almost got a stock early. We're still looking for it. Just a big scramble here on the left side of the stage. Everyone managed to get back, but that was still super scary for, I think, Hideaway, who got dunked way low there. Oh, pick up. That's going to be enough. Let's go.
Shoutouts to Moonir right now. I feel like popping X Factor a little bit, putting on so much pressure, but more importantly, not being afraid. You see that movement on the platform from Moonir, dashing between, reversing his momentum, and getting those recoveries, securing that first stock. And look, not scared yet again to go off stage against Hideaway.
That's the thing, man. Moonir never looks scared. It doesn't matter how much damage you've done to him, what stock he's on. He's always willing to get out there and scrap with you. Ends up eating that in light. Can he make it back to stage? Oh, and he actually does try to turn that around to a great... Oh, if he ground pound the other way, he would have definitely got that, but went for the reverse ground pound. Still, love the fact that he was able to get back to the stage, even the sweat beads.
Look at this. All right, gets the neutral air there. Moonir not able to get a follow-up punish. Gets the turnaround, and it's going to be a team combo. Passes it back to Balloon Boy. Can't line up that ground pound. Wanted to bounce him off the stage, but hold on. Has to get around Zen. A tricky weapon throw. Will he get his dodge back? He gets the ground pound, and it gives him the chase dodge back, and then Moonir comes back to clean it up.
That man, what split-second decision? I'm still living on the same stock. I know that's got to hurt right now, but I know it feels great for the red team right now with a solid lead. They might just run away with this game. Look at him down here. They are scrapping off this stage. He's going to be gone, though. Unfortunately, gets poked up right near the ledge. Not going to make that one back.
Oh, he gets a touch, just a tipping touch, and then he gets the spike on the recovery. I don't think he'll be able to get it back. Moonir cleaning them both up all by himself. He doesn't even need Balloon Boy. Moonir, MVP game two.
Bro, I mean, insane play there on the left side from Balloon Boy, but once we got to the right, that was definitely a Moonir show, bro. He said, hold on, don't even worry about it. Step back. I got this covered. And what a fireback game for them. We're going to watch this one more time. Look at this. Nowhere else to go. In the sweat beats, he said, wait a minute. What's this guy doing down here?
And the Moonir with the pickup, too. Oh, man, disgusting. Gets the down air there. Gets hit, gets the ground pound, turns around, gets the unarmed down air as well to secure the other stock. Just absolute dominance in the offstage play there from the red team in that game, too. Really made the difference. We're going to see if Zed and Hideaway allow that to happen again, because we have ourselves a tied set.
That's one of those things you definitely have to think about, going into this third game. Like, maybe they're just a little better than us off of the stage right now. We might want to try to keep this one on stage. They are going everywhere for this combo, though.
Yo, they're cooking right now.
Mad damage there on Hideaway already. My man was just struggling to get back down to the stage, already in the...
Oh, my God. Balloon Boy going off stage here. Moonir gets slowed down, but this has been electrifying to watch. I mean, the red team just has complete and utter control. They have no fear. That down air might be enough. Gets the second one. That's going to tap it in, and Balloon Boy cleans it up on the stage as well. The momentum is so heavily in the red team's favor.
Just straight up looking at Moonir right there. Didn't even notice Balloon Boy was getting a stock, and now they have a solid lead. Moonir a little more hurt than Balloon Boy, but I mean, with the way this team is going, it's going to be hard for them to find a nice combo on them. Does find at least the downlight Sayer off the sword right there. Perfect positioning for it as well.
Okay, and the neutral Zig's gonna have enough juice on it, and that's gonna go ahead and bring the stock count right back to even. Zen getting a pretty good opening onto Moonir as well, but Moonir turning things around unarmed, getting good damage as well, picks up a weapon. Ooh, beautiful spot dodge though. I have to give that to Zen, not getting caught by that sidelight from the boots.
Oh, okay, thought he got both for a second. Oh, okay, wait, he might actually be able to turn this into something. Tries to go for the second ground pound, not gonna hit though. Back onto the stage, Hideaway, now trying to put a little beats on to Moonir. No, ends up getting caught in that combo.
Okay, man, just so quick to follow up here. Usually I'm used to Zen and Hideaway doing this to enemy team, but Balloon Boy and Moonir have been able to play off of each other pretty much flawlessly these past few games, and I feel like we haven't seen much from Hideaway and Zen in terms of being able to recreate that.
Almost thought we were about to see a ground pound from that, that hit from Moonir, but thought maybe you didn't need to get involved. Okay, the weapon toss is going to do the job once again. Same lead they established right at the beginning is being held right now. Oh my God, that combo. Moonir and Balloon Boy.
Wow, these guys are cooking right now. I mean, we're going to see if we can get slowed down. That's going to be the stock. Can we convert this somehow onto Balloon Boy? He sweat beads, but they can't catch the landing. He dodges down, gets the wall touch, and now Moonir is back to help him. He combos off of Moonir's M-Light with a perfectly spaced downlight. Got a little bit of a sandwich here, but it's working in favor of the red team. Look at all this damage. Beautiful avoidance from Moonir as well. Balloon Boy trying to end things on the right side isn't going to find it. The blue team just trying to keep the pulse beating.
As you said, man, look at the way that they're able to cover each other so often. Almost jumping on the top with that down save, but not going to find it there. Do get that stock off a Hideaway, and now Zen by himself. Look at the damage that's on the red team. It's definitely going to be a hard fought battle. Not even get a chance. Get him out of here quickly with the two-piece. Balloon Boy and Moonir looking like the team to beat right now.
Nah, they look so good.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, Zen and Hideaway, I can't stress enough, like, they are the team to beat, and not only are they being beat right now, they're making it look good. That first game was a little bit shaky, but ever since then, I mean, the momentum is clearly felt from the red team. I think a lot of it really has to do with the fearlessness that they have. I feel like a lot of other teams that go up against Zen and Hideaway kind of crumble a bit under the pressure that they exert, and they start playing a little bit more passive. But as I'm watching Moonir and Balloon Boy go, they just do not stop going. They keep it consistent the entirety of the match. They don't start playing more defensive. They just, any opportunity for a reversal, it looks like they're trying to go for it.
You know, I am just very much enjoying the way this one's playing out, though. I do kind of want to see a game 5, but if it doesn't go game 5, I will understand why, because Balloon Boy and Moonir, I mean, you said they was cooking, bro. They doing all the time. They cooking, sauteing, preparing, like whatever you want to call it. It's all being done right now. So Hideaway and Zen, I mean, sure they have a nice, well, there's no crosstalks on that side, actually, surprisingly. I thought there was going to be a little bit of crosstalk on my screen, but maybe they're mind linked. They've been saying it for too long, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at some point for them, I think, like, their game plan tends to be the same. It tends to be simple. It's just like, we got to clean it up and we got to play better. And I think they just believe in their each individual capabilities of just locking it in that way. And I do like the fact that we're getting a bit of a different stage this time around, because clearly it wasn't quite working out in the Fortress Alliance the last couple times. So here we go.
Yeah, they had to pick that up. They had to try something different then. Well, I mean, it looks like it's kind of working for them. That was a big combo there on to Balloon Boy, and they also got Moonir in that combo for most of it. So a lot of damage already put on at the first 20 seconds of this game. This is clean. They may be able to turn this into a stock. Moonir trying to make his way back. Ooh, ground pound's going to miss. Oh, wait, the reversal.
Gonna have a dodge back. Can we cover it? Nah, Balloon Boy can't slide in time, and Moonir ends up dropping in the process. But I do love the fight to retain that momentum. The blue team is doing a good job of kind of slowing them down a little bit, and they need it severely. That's gonna be a stock. Extra damage. That felt unnecessary. My boy's cranium just cracked on the stage.
Sent down to their west, straight to the ambulance right there with the biggest concussion you've ever seen. But now we are right back into it. And with the lead at that, they are going to get that lead cut into, finally getting that stock off of Balloon Boy. But still, man, they had such a hot start, and they were able to get a clean, the right team was able to get a clean reversal. Wait,
no way.
Both of them.
Double?
Not both of them.
Double.
Oh, no.
It's double.
It was a double. Y'all just put them so far behind Balloon Boy and Moonir. But Moonir specifically quickly with the double, and that's how you get your team well into the lead.
And at a certain point, once you up enough, you cash out, and that's exactly what they did right there. Blue team in a very precarious situation, potentially going to get sent down to the elimination side of bracket if they cannot make the comeback happen here. You got to play the best you've ever played.
Oh man, that is what an unfortunate end right there for your second stocks. They were so low. They do get that stock off of Moonir. Now trying to get some damage here onto Balloon Boy. Great movement though. Oh wait. Zen put himself in a bad spot here.
Okay, trying to look for an opportunity here. We have a lot of damage racked up on Hideaway. Hideaway needs help. Gets hit with the nair, gonna be sent high, and they might go for the KO off the top. Great chase from Balloon Boy. Moonir down below. Looks like both members of the blue team might make a back. Moonir goes for the read, he can't get it. Zen's gonna be able to come back down. They are in the danger zone. It is flashing red on the screen for the blue team. That's one down, and that's gonna be two. Balloon Boy and Moonir send Zen and Hideaway down to the elimination side of bracket, and they made it look convincing.
They made that look like a walk in the park, man. That second game, the second stock specifically just set them up. They teed that one up straight into a victory, man. Holy, what great gameplay. What great doubles action for the boy. First time they teamed. This is the first time. Don't feel like it.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to give it up, man. Every time I see Moonir, I think of...
Ada, who I've been talking about for a while, and then Super Stances have really like reinvigorated this legend. A handful of others as well, at least right now. I can't wait to see what creeps up between like now and BCX. But getting that just like new breath of life from new legends that are enabled by Super Stances. I'm gonna love this set. Seeing all of these legends on screen are gonna be fantastic. Balloon Boy and Moonir versus Lores and Kaina. Going out D6, but we're getting into it here. The first game of our top four: Balloon Boy and Moonir versus Kaina and Lores.
Unfortunately, so Wolves. Oh, okay, already big chase up right there from Moonir. What did I tell you, man? Look at the aggression my man Moonir can do. Didn't even matter with sweat beating, still willing to fight. Kaina not being able to get that hit just yet. Almost got that turnaround. Oh wait, double pogo. Okay, good save here actually from Balloon Boy, creating some space for Moonir to get back.
Now you talk about Moonir being off stage, and he's just instantly pushing every chance he gets, trying to take his opponent off stage. Nice neutral air from Lores, great interruption. It's just interruptions back and forth while they try to find the flow of this game. Nice neutral signature from Kaina, could be opening up the blue team here a little bit. Complete split. Do they get the KO onto Balloon Boy? No, they actually just backed up. They prefer to sit on that stage and sit on that corner, wait for them to come over the corner so that they can do this.
Oh, that was close, and Kaina almost got that pick up there on the other side, though luckily Moonir able to fall out of that combo, but he took so much damage on incoming. They still got to get these stocks off Kaina and Lores.
Oh, the down from Lores, huge commitment. He doesn't get the stock though. Balloon Boy was there to save Moonir just in case he needed. Almost got the GCD line pickup.
Oh, okay, Ground Pound's going to do it up instead. So I think kind of still looking over at Moonir, but Balloon Boy sneaking that Ground Pound in there. So keeping the game super close. Moonir kind of hurt on this stock, though, so that's to watch out. And like going to hit and push him off the stage. And now they're getting a little combo here on Balloon Boy. Ooh, blasted. Gone. Okay, get him out of here. The Mandalorian said he definitely hunted that bounty, I'll tell you that one.
Moonir taking some damage, getting juggled by Lores. Neutral signatures coming out from Kaina. Oh, down there, there's the neutral signature. Side light coming out from Lores, going with the long D-line. Oh, Kaina hitting both.
This is bad right here. Moonir's taking so much damage already. Look at that.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. That down signature catching landings, or even going into the air, gravity canceling it, get the KO off the top. Side light neutral air, goes for the GC instinct. Moonir was a little bit quiet. He gets the down air as well. And Balloon Boy, is he here to clean it up? Great weapon toss. Kaina gets past. Moonir almost got the follow-up off of Balloon Boy to take that stock away, but Kaina's gonna live.
That's what I'm saying. Moonir actually going off stage playing so aggressive like my man still in the white right now. He didn't even care. He could lose the stock at any point in time. Does manage to make it back to the stage. The recovery going to sneak under and take that stock. This is a lot of damage. I don't think we're going to be doing right here. We got a huge combo coming through. Doesn't get the pickup. We're still picking that back up from Lores.
A little bit of a drop on that recovery from Kaina, but they're keeping the pressure going. Yeah. There's no room for Balloon Boy to go over and camp on that wall. Side air, weapon toss goes high. Lores going out there. Kaina comes in with the down air, barely missing. The GCD sig. Balloon Boy, he was doing such a good job of staying away from everything, but he was basically like one more interaction away from not having anything else and not being able to get back to the wall, but he didn't even get to that point. They were able to finish him off. That's Lores and Kaina taking game one against Balloon Boy and Moonir.
Yeah, I mean, obviously great game. I think just genuinely there's a couple of times where these 2v1 combos, I mean, they came out of nowhere too. Kind of Laura is able to like turn like pretty much any straight hit to a pretty long combo. And if there was ever a chance to get a little like pass back and forth, they were able to do it. So right back into the game, taking it to the same stage. Nothing swapping out here. Let's get it.
Laura is able to grab the first weapon for the red team here, the side air. Neutral air is going to send Kaina away, but they make sure he doesn't take any more punishment from the other team. Neutralite's coming to chase dodge. Neutral air coming out from Kaina. Interruption from Moonir's Neutralite.
Okay, Moonir, I'm trying to go a little heavy right there with the instinct. Not going to happen, but regardless. But I don't like the position right here from Moonir. Does take quite a bit of damage in between Kaina and now. Hold on, Lores. Gets the three-piece almost.
Oh my gosh. Downer coming in. Here comes Moonir. Saving Balloon Boy's life. He was about to take a downer. He's going to take a D-Sig. And Lawrence is not going to confirm the edge guard. He's just going to go over to put his pressure on the Moonir. Balloon Boy comes in to save his teammate. Gets caught. Loses his stock. Is Moonir going to lose his as well here? They at least trade 1 for 1.
Yeah, I mean, I was also a nice delayed recovery. Man, these down states are hitting
So
for Lawrence
good.
right now. Okay. Gotta maybe try to, I'm looking at Lawrence right now. Lawrence really has not taken much damage here on this stock yet. It is starting to add up now, as I've mentioned it, but still so tricky, so elusive. Get back to stage, nice little pogo now, chasing down Moonir. Another down six is gonna hit.
Oh, the neutral sig instantly punished by the in-light, but kind of comes in to punish Balloon Boy right after that. Signature's starting to come out.
It's so active.
Oh, the great juggle. He almost swapped back over onto Moonir. Nice side air is going to split up the blue team, Kaina. Is he going to run away? Yeah, he's just going to shark around as best as he can. Going to throw out a neutral air. Gets caught by a two-piece, in-light into the down air.
Oh, now off that, I mean, Balloon Boy did get the down sig, but immediately loses that stock. And now Moonir, you know, only person on that team, as I was going to say, only person on that team with 2 stocks immediately just blasted away with the side light. They've got to get some damage here onto the board. Kind of only one really kind of threatened to lose this second stock. Laura is looking like the stock take to really try to take out.
Oh. Coming in on that Super Dex Ada, so it's really giving him a lot of room. And Balloon Boy's not able to interrupt that whatsoever. It was a D-Light into a side light onto Moonir. Side air into the side light, barely whiffing that. The GC D-Light comes out, could put some damage out onto Lores here after burning that dodge. The down air, but the interruption from Balloon Boy.
Was it fast enough dodge? You think he still got sit back down? Okay, the recovery from everybody, but it, oh, okay.
Throwing that stock
like
so they
it,
respawn at the exact same time, so they're on the same page. Nobody's there sticking around to get caught in a 2v1 combo.
Smart, yeah, he took a lot of damage. He already knew he could take it out immediately. What a call out, and what a game ender here from the red team. Smart usage of throwing that stock away so we can all get back super safe. You don't have to worry about you getting hit away, and then I'm in the 2v1. It's like, you know what, don't even worry about it, bro. Like, we got this already in the bag. Both of them are in the red, and they came in and cleaned up in like 5 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, here's Lawrence jumping around, trying to avoid getting caught. There's the D-Sig. It's so strong. The D-Sig is so strong on Ada. It's taking the place of basically like the way people were playing Orion, spear down sit.
I mean, it's working too, man. I think I need to look at these stats real quick now. I got them right in front of my face. Yeah, mad damage here on the spear.
Yep.
450 on the spear alone. And yeah, those SIGs were definitely hitting.
Yeah, Lawrence put more damage out on his spear than everybody else did in total in that entire game. Jalen Brunson put up 45, but Lawrence put up 712.
He also put 45. Yeah, put a 0 on that one. Dude, 11 6 thrown out, 82 accuracy. My man was throwing them and they were hitting.
Crazy. That's what, like, I'm so glad he's adopted this legend because it's so scary. Moonir swapping over onto the Rick, though. Full Rick head to toe.
Here we go.
Oh, whoa! Turnaround! Gets the KO off the top! Caught him slipping just a little bit too big for his britches, and the side sig from Moonir!
Oh my God, he's making deals left and right now. My boy Moonir. This is definitely a solid swap, and we got to see what else he can do with it, though. Oh, nice. Okay, gets out of there pretty quickly.
Man, he throws out the D-Sig, and then he misses it, takes like 1 hit of punish, and in comes Lores with the D-Sig of his own. So like a missed D-Sig on Kaina almost doesn't matter. It's such a good trade for the red team when that happens.
Oh yeah,
he
almost in there one, but he's too little late. Yeah, a little late on the pickup for the recovery. That would have been a super good recovery for sure. Downer's coming out. Still get these extra hits. Oh, unfortunately, dead zoned on that side light.
There's the side sig. Kind of almost got the interruption, but didn't quite get it in time with that side light. It was a little bit too late. There's the end light, sending both members of the blue team over onto the edge. Side light kind of stays on the ground after that, does the delayed neutral air. Side light neutral air not coming, turn around sider, but he gets interrupted with a downer from Moonir.
Okay, man, now kind of Moonir just kind of scrapping right here. Does end up getting that disarm. Oh, picked him up twice. The down stage is going to catch him on the second one and take that stock. Balloon Boy over here on the left side. Nobody tries to go out there and actually edge guard him, but does get back safely. Only before a little bit. He is super hurt. Trying to get the save here. Oh my gosh, that is unfortunate for Balloon Boy on losing that stock. And now, no Moonier. Okay, managed to make his way back up. Good weapon toss from Moonier, creating a little space.
Yeah, Balloon Boy came in and interrupted that pressure after kind of re-grabbed the weapon on that next weapon spawn, so he couldn't put any more pressure on Moonier. Potentially take him off the top. Neutral Stick coming out, gets interrupted, and then another interruption coming out. It's just bedlam on the left side of the stage.
Man, Moonier, though, even with a hot start, as you can see, he is still already down to his last stock, and he's in the red. He's got to watch out. Okay, side stick not going to hit there. Playing it super safe here on the left side while allowing Balloon Boy to take point. Oh, good dodge. Can't get, oh no, wrong person got hit with the snare from Lores. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can they close the stock out on Lores, though? He's been so elusive the entire time. Misses the down sig.
They're almost completely even in this game, kind of just dashing along the ground, hoping to pick up the down signature onto Moonier. Now turning his sights on Balloon Boy. There's a neutral area. He's over on the soft platform. Oh my gosh, Lores is out of the game, and it's kind of in the 1v2. Neutral area, he hits the side air from Moonier. The weapon toss, continuing things, keeping them at bay with that down signature on the axe, hitting the side air. The down signature's jumped over by Balloon Boy. He's over on the left side. They're trying to put him in between him so they can get the team combo.
I like this. I like Moonier still definitely staying pretty far away, does not want to, but they're both hurt, so it doesn't really matter who gets a hit with the sig. It seems like it's much easier for Balloon Boy to get that initial hit. Oh no, that's it. That is it right there. What a comeback from Moonier, Balloon Boy.
The unarmed into Blasters 2v1 combo to deny the 3-0 and keep them alive in the winner's bracket. Balloon Boy and Moonier turning up off of the switch to Rick.
Dude, Rick Grimes, man, he's gonna do it. There's one thing I know about Rick Grimes.
He's gonna get the job done.
He's gonna get the job done.
He's gonna get the job done.
Oh,
man, I hate to be a walker right now. You talking about walking around as a skeleton? Rick's coming after you, man. What do you think's gonna happen?
Okay, yeah, no, straight up an insane game right there. I mean, Laura has definitely kind of sold it with hitting kind of with that stare. I'm sure. I mean, it was,
dude, that's so sick.
If he hit Moonier, it was a totally different game, which is a little off of the mark with that stare, which then turned into a 2v1. Gave him enough time to go ahead and chase him down. That down sig from Moonier,
that was
so
awesome.
sick.
That was so awesome.
3,
yeah,
2,
I don't know.
1,
I mean, we may have never seen a D-Light ground pound setup into the Blasters down sig. That's completely custy for the moment. I love that they were able to find that to secure the game.
Now, finally at least getting to the game 4, which they get to game 5.
That was so good. Baiting Balloon Boy into that down air so Balloon Boy or Lores can pull out of it and be above him.
Scoop. Ooh, okay. Almost hit on the other side there. Down here is once again coming in from Moonier. I think I might want to see Moonier back with these blasters. So the blasters definitely causing real issues at the beginning of that first game, or the first game of the break.
Oh,
speaking of, blasters come out and you're blasted. Oh my, that would have been off the
a little bit more
crazy.
damage. That would have been it, but Balloon Boy's there, all the way down deep with the GC inlight. Another inlight coming out into the inlight. Unfortunately, a little bit of overlap, but a lot of damage out for Moonier, and he keeps it going. Balloon Boy pulls out of the GC side light, so he doesn't hit his own teammate.
Okay. Ooh, okay, nice avoidance here from Moonier. Now it's going to be stuck. Oh, okay, on a little team Mutiny. Oh, whoa. Okay, just make
backs off.
Back.
D-Light into the sider. He doesn't go for the recovery. I think he was hoping for the quicker move, so he doesn't get counter punished by Moonier. D-Light into the sider there for the KO.
Yeah, not much Balloon Boy had in the tank left. He already used his gravitational side to get closer to the stage, so easy pick up there for the red team. And now, speaking of, now Balloon Boy, okay, the weapon toss, repicks the weapon back up, still looking for some more pressure here on the Lores. Good save.
Coming in, into the inline, into the D-Sig.
That was the quickest pass right there into the D-Sig. Stock off of Lores too. And that's the person you kind of really want to take out. Lores has been so elusive throughout this set. They already got it down to his last stop.
There's the down air. Moonier's not able to come in with the down air and interrupt. There's the down air from Balloon Boy this time. Recovery from Moonier, not enough to KO, kind of off the top. Flores over on the right side, takes a down air from Moonier. He's jumping around. There's the in-sig. That takes out Moonier, puts him onto his final stock. Balloon Boy is still pretty healthy here unless they're able to get something big. The ground power is the attempt. And the second one, the exhausted bottom side of it, making the hit.
You said they needed something. They found it immediately. Moonier, though, is once again trying to get back to the stage. Doesn't manage to make it. We're getting the stock off of kinda. Now Lores by himself has to avoid the pressure.
He's taking a lot of damage. He's close. Even up there, they're chasing him down. They can get the KO off the top. Neutral air off of that soft platform from Balloon Boy.
Oh, can we get? Oh, that was so close. You saw Balloon Boy ready for the pass. Just a little off the mark with that there. But regardless. Oh, the down sig is the MVP.
I think that's the first time he's used the axe down sig this set, and he got the KO to knock Lores out. Potentially staring at a 2-2 game 5 situation. There's the side light. He doesn't go for the neutral air right after. He's worried about the recovery time from Balloon Boy.
And the down light reaching way up there, taking that stock, and what a comeback. Rick Grimes gonna do it to you. Man, of all the picks for me to see to come out right now and to make this much of an impact, did not expect it to be Rick Grimes, but then I thought, and I was like, of course it's Rick Grimes, come on now.
There was the down air. Just, Balloon Boy's gauntlets were so good. That neutral air into the in light, into the D-Sig. Great team play coming out from the blue team here.
Look at some of these stats real quick, too. I mean, the Moonier's putting up damage indeed. Decent amount of saves coming out. 8 save count, 63 accuracy. Very good. Here we go.
Just found like 4 unanswered hits onto Moonier to start this one off, putting 60 to 70 damage onto him pretty quickly. There's the sidelight from Balloon Boy. There's the dodge coming through out from Lores.
Okay, Team Mooney unfortunately ends up getting hit by that inlight, giving Lores that free down sig. Oh, look, he's throwing him out. He doesn't care. So 3 in a row. It's the only move he knows.
There's again. Is he going to do it again? Harpoon toss comes through, but ends up hitting kind of where's the down air. He attempts it, but Balloon Boy gets away, pushes off the wall in time.
Oh, okay. Just explodes back out with that recovery. Didn't get him off the top just yet. Oh, wait!
He
The
hits
double
both.
KO!
He hits both and gets the full team wipe off the top while still living on his first stock. Coming in at a minute into this game.
Huge here from Balloon Boy to start off this game 5. They might complete the reverse 3-0. He is still living on this first stock. They finally get him out of here. Okay, down light into the in light is going to make that happen. Moody are playing it safe, staying on the other side of the stage.
Balloon Boy coming in, double recoveries. The first one hits. Still not able to grab a weapon yet. Gonna be waiting for that next spawn. In comes the insig from Lores. That's what he hasn't been too successful with compared to the D-Sig. Down air's coming through. Avoids the D-Sig and another side air coming out from Moonier on Lores.
Hammer down, getting these punishes on the D6 as well, too. I feel like Lores is kind of getting away with that scot-free, and now not so much. Even if it's just a small punish, at least getting some type of damage for it is good. Oh! Okay, let's get back to the stage here. Lores does manage to make it back, luckily.
Sidelight coming through, not able to follow up off of that. Sweeps away that weapon from Moonier.
Dash
And
down
losing his
sig.
stock off the top. That's going to give Moonier room to get this weapon. There's the side air. Goes for the side sig. Didn't have the right timing on. He's going to lose his stock for that.
Okay, Balloon Boy, yeah, having to avoid a lot right here. Almost getting that stock off kind of as well, though. During that avoid, and the wrong person get hit by the down sig, but does not matter. Still damage is damage. Got to get the stock off kind of, though. Moonier hopefully not taking too much damage. Balloon Boy having a hard time. Getting back to stage.
Huge
Good.
ground pound.
Yes.
That's Balloon Boy on his final stock. This could be really dangerous for Moonier. He's in the orange. They catch him in 1. Oh no, kind of going to end up hitting his own teammate on that.
Ooh, yeah, no, you see Moonier now. Decided to step back. He's super hurt. Let's get flashes back in hand. Oh! Not
the KO! That super defense coming through right now. The investment into that stat paying off. There's the unarmed recovery.
It's still possible. That is a lot of damage already on Lores. If Balloon Boy could just find any sig to hit quickly. We're back at it. He's looking for these N-sigs. Not going to happen. Can't give that up too often, though. It's still a solid one-on-one he has to take again.
He's going to burn his
nice.
dodge off of that, too. Jumps over the weapon toss. Dodge should be off a cooldown. They're playing it safe. Dash and inlight. There is a weapon spawn on the field. Kaida's going to lead here unarmed. The side sig actually going to do a little bit of team damage that lets Balloon Boy get back.
Balloon Boy, nice movement here. Now kind of put some damage here on the Kaina. Cannot find his hit onto Lores. Lores going off stage, willing to fight like down there, but doesn't get anything off of it yet.
Weapon toss goes high.
Oh!
He gets out of it. He goes for a break dance on the main ground.
Can't get that
Inlight
weapon. They're
coming
guarding it too well.
Inlight's not going to do it just yet. That one didn't send off screen. He goes for the side air, follow up on the sideline, and a side air for the middle of the stage. And Lores and Kaina in Game 5 secure their trip into the grand finals over Balloon Boy and Moonier after an incredible rally back from the blue team.
Absolutely.
This is going to be exciting. Is Moonier going to lead in with the Rick? Or is
That
he
is
gonna start
actually a
with
good
the
question.
I don't know.
That is a good question.
I don't know.
Because, I mean, the Rick, I mean, if you watch that set, the Rick got him all the way to Game 5. You know, they weren't able to clutch out that Game 5, but the Rick absolutely handled that business, made a couple deals, got him to the Game 5, right? But We always know that his Tesca is good. I just think that it was one of those things where maybe the Tesca was getting shut down too much. We have to try something new, bring something new to the table. Now, does he want to try? Does he want to start with the new, or does he want to come through with the the old that we know, the more familiar, and then maybe bring the new back out if it doesn't work? We'll see. We will see.
My guess is he starts game 1 on the Tesca, but who knows? We'll end up seeing in just a few moments here. We're going to get into this one right away as we move into our Elim finals. Guaranteed top 3 placement from both of these teams. Godly and Ahmet likely going to be leading with the Sidra and Zariel that we saw previously.
Seeing a split right here, right down the middle. I think all these matches will be split pretty much down the middle. In the top 4 stretch, nothing but great teams here now in this top 3 stretch. To see who gets down to the top 2, who gets the chance to take on the Kings, Loris, and kind of we're sitting in the winner's side of grand finals right now. Elimination finals starting up on the Fortress of Wolves. Let's get it.
And Munir is starting with the Rick.
Okay.
He grabs the first weapon on the red team side as well. The down air coming in, but Ahmet also grabbed the blue team's weapon. There's the neutral air. Great follow-up already. That was within 10 seconds. It was 7:50 on the clock exactly when that started happening. But I think before we throw our stocks away, we're going to make sure. Okay. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of a reset on that coming out. First game of the Elimination Finals.
Everything seems to be fine right here. Ahmet hold down the ground right there, get that first shot onto Balloon Boy. This is going to be an interesting little bout between them to see who's double chin going a little harder.
Neutral air coming out from Ahmet. He's really sticking to the ground here quite a bit. He's going to get caught by that down air. Great follow-up from Munir, but there's the in-light coming out from Godly. Getting below that D-light from Munir. There's the side light. Oh, great cross-up.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately not getting
huge
the rest of
blaster
that
damage.
Oh, the weapon toss for both of them. They're going to push Godly way too low. Godly does find the bottom of that wall just barely.
It really feels like Bo side air into Munir's side signature on the blasters is such a good combo.
Yeah, I'm seeing them trying to rock that, show that quite a bit. As long as enough runway for him, good pickup for the N-Sig here from Godly. Not enough to get that stock off just yet. Okay, X-Pivot Nair coming in from Munir.
Oh! Throws out the gravity, or not the gravity cancel, on the ground, neutral heavy, and the in-light once he picks up the weapon. Blue team's looking pretty healthy here. If they can just get the stock off of Godly before not taking too much damage, which is exactly what they do, and they're about maybe halfway through. There's the GCD light turnaround off stage into the side light from Balloon Boy.
Yeah,
what an unorthodox follow-up and setup.
I was wondering if we was maybe could have time to try to get over there and get that down there and push it back down. But still, we got some damage. That's all that matters. And speaking of damage, we find recovery as well, too. Balloon Boy jumping in a little too early, though. Ends up getting hit with the third hit of the in-light. Can't get that combo keep going. Uh-oh.
More inlights coming out from Munir. It's so often that he's hitting them, and he's able to get out all of the shots on it. No one on the red team is able to punish him.
Yeah, that time I think he actually hit those shots onto Balloon Boy, though, so they did get quite a bit of damage on both of the blue team, and also taking that stock away from Munir. Munir on his last now, but so is Ahmet. Godly looking quite hurt on the second. Not as much as Balloon Boy, for Balloon Boy, though. He's looking good.
Recovery's going to split up the red team. It's going to give them plenty of time to put pressure on Ahmet. He retreats over to the wall. Balloon Boy goes over the ground pound. There's the sideline with the D-Sig. See if they can get this stock off of Ahmet. He's going to go in, sidelighting in.
For that side sig, nobody home for it, though. Now, okay, in-light, going to hit him, push him way off the stage. The weapon toss, and you look like Munir's trying to come a little space for him, and now Munir is going to get saved. Is it really a save, though? It's not a save. It was an attempt at the very least to give him a little more time, a new release on life, but that was cut short by Ahmet. Great down save.
Blue Boy looking for the weapon spawn. Here comes the bow. There's the in-light into the in-light. The signature, the D-light down here into the D-Sig, and the recovery. Not enough to KO yet. They don't drop it, but again, there's the N-Sig potential finisher. Not quite just yet. Will it set up the edge guard? Blue Boy gets back on stage, and it's the in-light into the signature from Ahmet for the KO.
Yeah, even if they're not finishing the plate right there with that combo, it does so much damage that it's only 1 or 2 more interactions right after that to go ahead and take the game. That's exactly what you saw there. I do like the attempt. I do like the thought process behind Balloon Boy trying to go out there and get that save, but because of that, put himself in such a precarious situation that just kind of put him where he was willing to give up a stock for his boy. His boy had to make it back. He does make it back with too much coverage from the red team for him to be able to make it back to the stage fully. Look at the damage right here from Godly too, man. 640 damage
3,
from
2,
Godly, holding it down. Everybody else in the 400, 300 area. My man was out here delivering all the hits.
Yeah, Godly's cannon is singing for sure. His sword is very solid. We're seeing a lot of great sword follow-ups, but we're also seeing a lot of starters coming off of that cannon. There's the inlight. He hits one red, one blue. Lands down on the main platform, hit that sider, neutral air coming out from him as well. He's keeping the pressure up, gets shut down a little bit by that inlight, but Balloon Boy has already taken a ton of damage. He got disarmed. He's able to touch the wall. Godly was going in with that slide charge neutral signature onto Balloon Boy, but I think Moonir fell into it.
Maybe that he's trying to be able to get himself punished. Also, I probably thought Godly was going to slide a little further off that stage. That was like a slight slide. Oh my God, perfect spot.
Yeah.
To get pushed past that blast
Just over
zone.
the corner.
Dang, man, what space in there from Ahmed on the pickup.
The
And now,
side stick follow-ups, they've just been so good. So many of them have been on the gauntlet so far, but now we're getting the bow active as well. There's the neutral air coming through, and he turns around after dodging, I believe it was a side air coming out from Godly. Turning around, hitting the recovery, falling side air on the main stage. Not able to follow up quite yet off of Moonir, the cannon. Oh no, can we see a team KO here? Is he gonna live off of it? The gravity cancel down heavy from Moonir. They swap places, Godly gonna get back, eats a GC Enlight, loses his stock, and that's a huge double KO for Balloon Boy.
most definitely needed. Not too much damage here onto Moonir or Balloon Boy, so they can definitely get right back into this game. Speaking of, this is their chance. We are finding that little combo there, yeah. Grab both. Delivered a good 4-piece there, I think.
Neutral air in the side air, gonna send Moonir off stage. The recovery as he's coming back, that's gonna disarm him as well.
Okay. Ooh, so close to getting that neutral air. Drag him over the edge. Wow. Okay. Moonir is going to be able to make it back, but great awareness here from Ahmed. Oh,
Wow.
not the person you wanted to hit with that, though. Moonir getting pushed out of there with that side sig. Okay. Still getting the damage, though. Chasing down Ahmed. Ahmed managed to get away. Too afraid to approach him as well, too.
Not enough to KO just yet. Moonir grabs the axe, coming back in. Nice landing side air coming out from Balloon Boy. He's able to get to the wall after that. Inlight coming out from Moonir. Finally, Ahmed gets that neutral light KO. It feels like he's been looking for that for so long. Sidelight into the recovery, gonna miss. Here comes the recovery from Moonir right after that.
Moonir, yeah. Definitely playing a pretty elusive game. He's been on this amount of damage for quite some time. Okay, we do get the stock off of Ahmed too. Godly also playing a little elusive. Does manage to make his way, get his way away. That was close to getting hit by that down here as well too. Okay, counter punch with the inlight. Oh, okay, that's huge. Ahmed still stuck up on the stage and finally gets to touch ground.
We gotta be looking at Godly here. A lot of damage. He's gonna disarm himself with that weapon toss. There's a weapon spawn on the right side of the stage. Recovering back over. Another recovery coming out. Hoping he doesn't get caught by those blasters. Recovery. Moonir's in the air. If Godly wants to go that high, he could get caught. He's gonna stay on the ground and get caught anyway by the D-Sig. And there is yet another side sig follow-up from Moonir. And the blue team is gonna take that game.
Dude, blue team managed to find these wins out of nowhere, but that right there, that's the tried and true Balloon Boy. His down sigs have been on point throughout the entirety of his top 4, and that one getting him another W. Immediate turnaround into that same combo you were talking about, the side air into the side sig from Rick, and that is going to send him out of on that right side last zone and into the next game. Boom, get him out of here.
It's tough for Godly to just barely miss the follow-up off his teammate. And
3,
because of
2,
that, ends up losing
1,
his stock
brawl.
off of that D-Sig, and that leads to them losing the game. Just that one moment of trying to do the right thing and following up off of your teammate and not being able to.
Oh, yeah.
Taking him really high into the air. He's only in yellow, so he wasn't really in any risk of being taken off the top.
Oh my gosh, okay. Huge combo.
Now he
Oh! Okay. Big combo there at the top. Already got mad damage onto an Ahmed out of there. They are wasting no time. That momentum from that last game shifted straight over to this next one. Third game looking pretty nice so far. Stock off of Godly as well with the recovery. And now Ahmed kind of stuck.
He's stuck in between them, doesn't have a weapon. Neutral air, he falls on to the bow, grabs that, picks that up. He's side layering over to the left side of the stage. No one's over there. Doesn't get caught by that inlight from Moonir. There's the side light. Attempts the down air, but Moonir stays high. Nice turnaround side air. That's going to disarm Moonir as well. Side stick coming in from Balloon Boy. Gets punished.
Here to the other side. Missed down sig, and then still we're getting nice combos as well. Ends up taking that stock away from Balloon Boy. That's a drag down. We're going to try to straight go for it.
Oh!
Ahmed trying to go get the save and put himself in a bad position. Good save here from Godly, though.
Side heavy from Moonir, gets the disarm, not enough to KO just yet. Both members are red over on the wall. The gravity cancel down heavy a little bit too high.
D-Sig yet again.
Oh, his teammate interrupts him on the D-Light. That would have been a D-Light into the recovery for the KO. Could have even attempted the side air. There's enough damage on him.
I'm still playing quite grounded here. We do get that stock off Godly there.
Ahmet making a great trade on that 1-for-1 KO. He took away Munir's stock, but that was just his first. That put Godly on the final, and they get the stock off of Ahmet right after that. Now Godly's by himself. In light, there's the side light into the neutral air. Balloon Boy was trying to read the neutral signature that he could get right after.
Ooh. Close with it. Okay, reverse recovery there. Counter punching now. Yeah, Moonir just barely getting through. Ahmet. Definitely about to put him in the dirt, but luckily, able to see another day on the second stock. We're trying to get a nice little scramble here on the right side. They picked up out of that recovery with the neutral player.
Interrupted. There's the in-light, one red, one blue caught in it. There's the downer. This time it's just on his teammate, sliding over along the platform. In-light's coming out from Balloon Boy, sending everybody up at 45. There's the D-Light. That's enough to KO. And it's just over.
Says, I'm out,
He's
bro.
just done with it at that point.
I've seen enough. Let's go ahead and get to this next game. Right now, Balloon Boy and Moonir, man, the Rick Grimes has come out and is here to stay. It is looking quite polished here as well. They had a hot start right at the beginning, and I think that kind of just set the pace for the rest of this game. Just does it again too, man. That was a pass back up, so he didn't get the stock off of the first neutral sig, but there was a pass up for Moonir, so where he was able to get the sideline recovery right after on the other opponent. Good stuff.
That was a huge game from Balloon Boy. 632 damage coming out from him, and a solid 452 from Moonir. But you know the big impact plays that Moonir is bringing to the table. Moonir's going to grab the first weapon. Ahmet's going to grab the red team's next one coming in. It's going to go to Balloon Boy. Here comes his bow. He got the delayed follow-up off the down air from Moonir.
I was ready to say not again, bro, because there's something about these Moonir down airs are starting up a lot of chaos right here for the red team.
Oh,
recovery. Recovery.
Balloon Boy attempted the neutral air KO off the top, but he wasn't in quite the right spot. He was too far to the right to pick up his opponent. That's going to be an early disarm onto Ahmet. A lot of damage came out. In light coming out from Godly, putting out team damage onto his team. He wants to get back to the main platform, but he just can't. Anytime he gets close, a blue team member or Godly sends it back over. Finally getting there, grabbing the bow. Punish on that signature. Moonir over on the edge, trying to trade a 1-for-1. He's just going to get back to the main platform, pick up the axe, goes in with a side signature, but fast falls down out of it. Hits the recovery, KO off the top.
All right, now it's all up to Godly and Moonir to kind of hold this stock lead. Godly a little more hurt than Moonir, but still possible to go ahead and find that Moonir and get a nice little punish. Whoa, okay. Mutiny right there with that side down sig, but happens.
D-Sig, one of the rare D-Sigs we've seen so far from Godly. He was using it a lot more on Friday. D-Light and Ahmet just comes in here. Tries to interrupt that.
We are scrapping off the side right now. Everyone managed to get back to the stage, though. A little scary. Okay. Almost getting that recovery, but not enough to get it off of the top yet for Balloon Boy just yet. Balloon Boy now trying to chase down Ahmet. Ahmet getting away quickly.
Coming up from Ahmet.
Yep.
Not enough to KO on that one. It's going to be that defense coming in from Moonir. He hits the in-light as well. A couple follow-ups right after that.
Nice weapon toss. Okay, great avoidance here from Balloon Boy to get back to the stage. Still holding on to the stock. Moonir's going to lose his, though, unfortunately. Balloon Boy fighting back from the left side.
It's a dodge burn, but Ahmet's not going to immediately go in. He lets him get back to the main platform. Punishes him with that in-light for the KO. Again, we see Ahmet dominating on his second stock.
This is huge here for the red team. Not letting that last game shake them. They just knew they didn't want to try to do a long 2v1, so just gets right back into the game on this fourth, and it's looking good for him. Pretty solid lead, Ahmet. Okay, unfortunately, Balloon Boy taking a little three-piece here. Godly looking for the ground pound.
Almost got the KO onto Ahmet. He was acting like the wall, stopping Ahmet from coming to help his teammate Godly. Ahmet going with the ground pound, stays away from that. Moonir goes with the D-Light. There's the side light, a little bit of team damage. D-Sig from Ahmet, not enough to KO. Big side air, though, from Moonir, sending Godly all the way to the right side. Ahmet coming in to help.
Okay, good pickup actually from the, whoa, okay, Moonir way down here, gets the weapon toss, managed to make it backstage. He's unarmed though, unfortunately, with that weapon toss. Does find an unarmed recovery, not gonna be enough to get off the top of that screen just yet. Godly is hurt though. He's gonna have to watch out. But so is Balloon Boy, and it's on his last stock. Okay, instinct.
They gotta put pressure on Ahmet here. They gotta find some damage really quickly. They are behind in the damage game.
Oh, okay, a little early there on the in-light from Godly, so couldn't get the punish. Now, Balloon Boy, he's sweating, he can't make it back to the stage.
Oh.
It is now just Moonir.
Picks up the D-Light neutral air in a goofy spot, but the second one does hit, but doesn't KO. Moonir in the 1v2. He's really unhealthy against two yellow teammates, and that's going to do it right there. And we're going to a game 5. Godly and Ahmet turning things around after a very tough game.
That's how you do it, though, man. You know, you already saw the writing was on the wall on that third game. They were like, it's okay. Like, just go ahead and recoup our losses on the fourth, and they did that. And now look at them going into a game 5. Pretty healthy lead there at the end of that game as well, too.
And they went from a game where Balloon Boy did mid-600 damage, basically as much damage as Godly and Ahmet did together, to a game where Balloon Boy can only do 357
Shut
damage.
him down.
They completely limited him that game, and that forced Moonir to come through into a big 533. But it wasn't enough to secure the set. And we're heading into game 5 here, back to the Fortress of Wolves.
No swap. I think we played this the entire set, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no swap here. They believe in this stage right here. Believe nothing about the stage is causing us to win or lose. It's just who's playing better right now. Heart of champions right now. Okay, go ahead and potentially become the champion by getting to the grand final. We'll find out. We have one more game between them right now. A little bit of a scramble. Nobody getting too big of a lead. Godly a little more hurt than everybody else on the screen right now.
Neutral air coming in from Ahmed. He's trying to take the lead here, give Godly a little bit of a break. He takes a side air. Nice down air to Moonir, though. Turn around side air, but he eats the recovery from Moonir a little bit low, so it doesn't KO. Even that neutral air is not going to KO on the soft platform. Godly hoping to find safe landing. He gets away from the side stick, and a great interruption from Ahmed as well. Just giving Godly a little bit more room. Oh my goodness, Ahmed taken off the top, and Godly might be losing his stock here shortly. Side air, that's going to disarm him. He just goes into the blast zone because he's worried that this is going to happen to Ahmed. The side stick again from Moonir, and the recovery, and the side air, no way!
He got all of that, and Ahmed just, I mean, even with Godly trying to leave to come back earlier, the whole time he's just getting bodies blasted on. And look at the damage they were able to do already on that stock. However, might be able to lose this one. No, can't get back down there and try to seal the deal onto Moonir.
And that's the sad thing is Godly just picked up that D-Light, but he has to pull out of the recovery or he might have KO'd his teammate. That means they still haven't gotten these stocks off of Moonir and Balloon Boy.
Save.
The interruption there from Balloon Boy. They're still holding on to these stocks. I don't know how long they can possibly live. They almost get another one with that recovery. The side air follow-up from Moonir.
Dude, I know he's playing Devil Gems, but he got the Arms of an Angel for sure right now. My man is all kind of saves popping right there. Finally, Moonir losing that first stock. Balloon Boy, though.
Another D-Light Nair. Godly's not able to find. He finds the neutral air right after that to get the KO, but it might be too little too late, TK. I don't know. The Moonir and Balloon Boy have so much momentum on their side. They're about to send Godly on the final. Ahmet's already there.
Yeah, they would need a very opportune double. Oh, man. Okay, that's the stock already gone now. Ahmed off the stage already in a bad position. He's going to wait out until Godly comes back. They would need a crazy double combo right now to go ahead and get back into this game. Hopefully there's something they can find.
Godly's hoping to set it up. He started with the end light, but he missed, and then he got caught. Ahmed might be losing it here, just barely getting back. Balloon Boy taking Godly on the bottom, and it's just like that. A 4-stock for Balloon Boy and Moonir, a team that has never played together until this very weekend here at Terminal West at the mid-season championship. Holy smokes!
What capitalization on just a small misplay on the left side leads to 2 stocks being gone, and what coverage as well from Balloon Boy and Moonir on that edge guard. Anytime anybody missed, the other person was right there to continue it, just pushing the other team into that blast zone. Balloon Boy, Moonir will be moving on to grand finals, but the straight up turn that all the way around. Everyone popping off for it because the gameplay was looking absolutely insane. Oh! Gameplay is too strong, bro.
I didn't even see that. I didn't see that till the replay. They can't handle Moonir. You trying to cage the animal, baby. He's going to find a way to break out. They don't make bars.
The doubles action has been exciting throughout. The venue's been electric. The game's been fire. The combos have been sick. There's only so many good things I can say about what I've been seeing on my screen. So,
woo. And the cool thing is that we have not only just like a variety of legends, but we have like quote unquote old legends. Like Zariel is kind of an old legend at this point, but like Ada is an old legend. Azoth is an old legend. Barraza is an old legend.
Yeah, I mean,
so it shows that like the old legends still got it.
What was that? With the axe? Was the axe bow? I mean, those came out so long ago, bro. Yeah. Axe bow, yeah. Those are some ancient weapons as well too. You know, we got the technology now coming through now on the shotgun. I'm sure there's going to be some other cooler reveals. I'm not sure what we're actually getting for BCX, but hey, always stick around for a BCX reveal because it's always insane. We got a pretty sick reveal here already. Shrek coming to Brawlhalla. Come on now. I can't believe they got Shrek, bro.
That's insane. I mean, like, Bob was one thing, and now they done put Shrek in the game. They put Shrek in the game.
Here we go, getting everything set up. Get a little glimpse at the screen over there. As the boys look ready to go. I'm sure Lores kind of were watching the matches and, you know, kind of discussing what they need to do to maybe shut down what they were seeing on that screen. But it's a different beast when you're watching and, you know, you're armchair coaching and you're actually in it. You know, it's a little different.
Now, while we're waiting on this game to start, of course, we're going to lay out the same diatribe that we lay out every single time. It's a double elimination tournament. You might notice on the overlay as we get into our grand finals here.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Had to wait for the 3-2-1 brawl to come out. That's a tradition around here. D-like ground pound from Lores right away, right on top of Moonir picking up that weapon.
Starting on Western Nail Temple too, though. We put away the fortress of Wolves, man. Want to see some newer scenery. Oh my gosh, almost off the top already. Moonir looking for that recovery, looking for yet another one. He's going to keep staying sky high. I do like that pass. They've been getting a lot with the neutral air into the recovery for Moonir.
Lores already starting off the final hit of the D-Sig, disarming Balloon Boy there. Sideline neutral air coming up from Moonir, setting up on the platform. Look for the instinct, barely missing. Inlight coming up. That was almost kind of, I feel like kind of was just reacting to something coming towards him.
Yeah.
He almost down here his teammate. Lores is going to be the first to fall, but they're going to trade 1 for 1.
He fell out. Oh, he fell out somehow of the down 6. So he's just luckily living to see another day. It's still not a lot of damage here on Kinda though, but Balloon Boy is indeed hurting. Oh, what a pickup.
So quick for that stock to be eliminated. Balloon Boy's got to watch out. Almost got caught, but he's keeping the pressure going. He's staying out here.
Oh, my God.
Got caught under the stage.
Wait, what are we doing over here? Another one.
Moonir, keep it going. It's going back and forth. The save's going back and forth from red team to blue team, and Moonir is going to get out of that one. I thought he was done for sure.
Dude, this is what I love about high-level Brawlhalla, man. These people are not afraid to fight literally anywhere. They're under the stage fighting. A charge on that. Get him out of here. Bang. My man is getting done up. We already got him down to the last stock on the red team. Hot start for the blue team for sure.
Moonir has found 3 stocks just on his second alone. He's going to take that axe side air, but Kinda's not going to be able to finish it off just with that. It's going to have to be maybe an inlight he goes in, but it's for the wrong side of the stage. Lores doesn't have the timing on the axe or the blaster side air. Great side sig goes to the down air, and the recovery's going to get the KO off the top. And we're all on final stock, TK.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Sparky. This is the type of gameplay I was expecting to see in our grand finals. Cannot call this one either way just yet. I think it's up to that next big opening from any team. We almost found it right there. Moonir willing to go way up.
Gonna take it off the top. The D-line into the neutral signature. He goes for the big play. He grabbed one, the down air, the save with the ground pound of Balloon Boy. Gets hit with the weapon toss. He's able to touch the wall, but here comes the down air. He's at weapon disadvantage. Lores covering high, kind of covering low. It's the D-light, it's the neutral air.
It's just about what team can capitalize harder. They found that hit on Moonir, put himself in a real terrible position. It was forcing Balloon Boy to get the recovery, but they even then stopped the save, the ground pound to stop all of that. Now Balloon Boy all by himself does have some good damage here on the screen though. It is possible. Doesn't get taken off just yet. Oh, the weapon toss does do it actually though. Taps it in at the very end.
Lores is able to be so active and with huge impact moves in this game now that he's on Ada. I love this so much. His Ada is so good.
Dude, I can't believe it. This game just went so back and forth. I really could not tell you who got that W. It really just came down to the fact that the red team got their opening before the blue team did.
The send under the stage, the sideline, he down airs his teammate, he down airs Kinda, and then he gets sidelighted under the stage. That was so wild.
Good double weapon toss. So they covered so many angles with that, with those weapon toss. So first game going over to Lores and Kinda. I mean, the damage numbers are not going to tell you how close that game actually was. They did just find a great spot to turn that game all the way to their side with getting that that last stock on the Moonir.
Now we're seeing a lower signature count from Kinda this game than he was in some of his previous games earlier in this weekend. Like, he was just throwing out. You give him the axe, he's throwing out D6. You give him the bow, he's throwing out D6 side sig, D6 side sig all over the place. But he's only throwing out 2 and still hitting 100% of them. And then, of course, Lores doing the most damage for his team as well.
Right back, so we're back to our old tribe true, man. The Fortune of the Wolves is back in the building. Okay, nice little 3-piece there from the blue team. Little fire back there from the red team, though.
And Lores gets the D-light sider, then he turns around, gets the follow-up off of Kinda, and then hits a neutral light on both members of blue.
Oh, okay. Thought for a second Moonir was a little too low on that wall, but he doesn't manage to make it back, knowing that the extent of his own resources. Good combo there from Balloon Boy and Moonir, pushing kind of off the stage, and now just on the other side, without me, I'm looking over here, kind of Lawrence loses that stock, and now just like that, we get the double KO, all from Double Jin. He's doing it up. The down stick starting to come through. Side stick hits well.
It's huge. Sends it the other direction. The D-Light into the side air. Is he going to finish the stock? He's chasing high. Goes back to the main platform. A little bit of an interrupt there. We saw Balloon Boy's recovery.
Okay. Oh my God! The double KO from the top! Rick Grimes! He's the one who lives!
I thought they were going to KO Balloon Boy on the right side, and then all of a sudden they turn it into a team combo as the blue team just comes together on the regroup.
Bro, I cannot believe, I mean, just again, as these games just go, the opening, the finishers, they're just so on point. Speaking of, it's about to be another finisher on the, we make it back.
GC Sig.
Makes it back yet again. I mean, Anthony's taking a little team damage, but it does not matter as long as he gets back to the stage without losing that stock, and he does manage to do such. Ooh,
nice.
Side stick finds him.
Side air into the side stick. Great starter from Kaina and great finisher from Lores. Another side stick coming through.
Oh, scoops. Okay.
Then he sends him right back over to Lores, who's ready with the down air. DC comes through, almost from Moonir on the recovery after the recovery from Balloon Boy.
I think he would have been gone too. That was going to be top side of that recovery. He was going to go straight up. Okay, no save, unfortunately. He gives a pass from the other side. Moonir's eyes are open.
And he gets shut down right there. The GC Inlight started the pressure situation that led to the ground pound to end that game. And Balloon Boy and Moonir answer back.
That is how you do it. Do not want this game to escape them at all. Man, and they answer back in a major way, bro.
This was so insane.
So what a pickup indeed. You said that you felt like it's gonna be an escort on the right side, but it somehow turns into Balloon Boy, putting them in a 2v2 combo, if you will, and deliver them straight over to Moonir to get that double KO.
Just to highlight the weapon toss. Here comes the GC Inlight. The D-Light into the delayed ground pound. And they tie up the set here in grand finals.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Spectrum, man, it's getting louder and louder every time. I love it. The energy here is electric, but just like the gameplay. Moving into our third game. Hot start yet again from Moonir. Willing to go out there and make the plays.
Love that flurry of double dares that came in from Moonir and kind of got over there quickly. It was like, we got to shut this down right now. Man, the Inlight's coming out from him as well.
Yeah, no, he's been, the blasters have been hitting this. Grounded moves have definitely been hitting. Tries to go for the big catch with the side sig, but I don't think he gets over the edge, unfortunately. Nice avoidance here from Lores to make sure he doesn't get by that down sig. Oh, down sig. Speaking of, hits his own down sig.
Moonir started off really strong, putting out a lot of damage, but he's red now. There's the D-Sig, doesn't KO, it's from the wrong side of the stage. Oh. Another D-Sig. Kind of sent flying, but he's not going to lose his stock off of it. See if they can get this off of Moonir. They do, and it's going to be a trade 1-for-1 there at the end, but Lores is still surviving the Inlight. Not going to be enough, does sit off screen.
Oh, they're looking to see have enough time to go ahead and get a 2v1 combo. Then you get some good damage here on to Kaina, and now Kaina trying to run away, trying to get a little space. He's definitely doing it, man. Shoot, get caught finally with a down air, but luckily hitting that soft platform to turn that into a full combo.
Recovery coming out, it's going to disarm Moonir. He grabs the axe very quickly. Another D-Sig coming out from Lores. He's just weaving those in constantly.
Okay, back onto the top right there. Moonir about to lose that second stock already. I didn't see him taking all this damage. I thought they were looking at Balloon Boy a little more, but he's already in the red. Speaking of, though, we still have a chance to maybe get things
good pull
lead.
Out there. Moonir had to drag to the left so he didn't end up KOing Balloon Boy with that final blast of the recovery.
Ooh. Oh, okay, great dance. Actually catches him at the top. The avoidance here. Oh, that's going to be a stock on Moonir as well, too. Now reduce the send back on your teammate, though, is going to allow kind of live.
Neutral air, the recovery coming out from Lores. He's chasing after Moonir, who's at weapon disadvantage. Finally grabbing the axe, but he takes a neutral air from Kaina. There's the D-Light. Balloon Boy looking for the follow-up here. It's a dash-in Inlight.
It's a double KO. Let's go give the stocks up. Do not care too much about it. They do have a slight lead here, but it ain't enough for them to be able to like feel that confidence, just throw those stocks away. Oh,
like coming in, instant punish.
Oh, everybody getting hit, yeah. Couldn't get much more off that combo, seeing that Balloon Boy wasn't in the combo itself, but still. Nice pick up now, Balloon Boy trying to get an edge guard. Lores doesn't manage to get by. We turn this into a combo. That's huge. Off the top, he misses, though.
The desync was huge. The recovery would have been a KO. He's sidelighting. He's poking the red team. Blue team has damage lead at this point. The recovery coming through from Moonir gets punished by Lores' side air.
We do not see Moonir miss that too often. That should have been a on Lores, I think. Oh, shots up the top! He gets a little too aggressive and runs straight into that instinct. And now that's going to be the game indeed. Kaina and Lores in the deep red still managed to make it happen, taking it to a game 4 with 2 on their side.
They have the lead going into this next game. What are these damage numbers looking like? Yeah, I knew it was going to be big numbers coming out of Big Lores again. 669 damage coming out from Lores.
Dude, I can't believe he missed that, man.
That
He's
could have
been
been the game.
so on point.
That probably would have been the game right
Yeah. He's been so on point every time that he has, he goes a little too aggressive off the stage. Big Lores, as we have seen so far, the down 6 and side 6 have been finding their marks into the 4th game. Can we get to a 5th? Balloon Boy, Moonir, keeping it going though with the same team. Rick Grimes definitely showing up, just unfortunately missed that last recovery.
Neutral light coming out, another neutral light coming out, sending Balloon Boy over to the edge. Just comes back with a recovery. Finally, the dare comes out. There's the side stick, but he gets punished right away. And the follow-up from Moonir as well. Side light coming through, but no side light follow-up after that from Lores. He's not able to get the read.
Okay, managed to make it back down to the ground. No weapon in hand from Moonir, though. Balloon Boy gets the recovery, no punish until there. Kind of getting the recovery a little late. Nice little team combo there from the red team. Moonir with the catch. Come on, man, out the sky. Perfect placement of it. Down stage coming in for
Another one. Sending both members of the blue over to the left side. It's the down airs, it's the weapon tosses. Are they going to be able to get back? It's just Kaina throwing out a side 6 over on the corner. Lores, you're going to find the dare that you need. He dodges away from the ground pound from Moonir. Turnaround side air, gets the KO.
Okay, still got to get the stock off of Kaina, though, or Balloon Boy to really start establishing his lead. What a save! Almost gets off the top with the GC in heavy.
Weapon toss goes down in the down air, sending him down along that wall. Balloon Boy's going to fall.
Yeah, Moonir trying to fight on the stage right now, but unfortunately could not get that stock. Couldn't get over there in time to maybe even try to save. Does find that stock finally here on Kaina. We got a little team combo going. Lores finds his way out of there quickly.
Nothing huge, it was just a down air into a neutral air. They weren't able to turn that into more blasters damage coming out from Moonir. He tried it, there's the D-Sig, onto Kaina, there's the down air.
Find a little bit, that could have actually been the stock right there if Moonir went for the recovery, knowing that oh! Speaking of stocks, the down sig! Come on, man, trying to touch that bottom wall, not gonna happen.
Kaina's looking for the stock on the Moonir, he's moving away. Trying to see if he can add up more damage on the Balloon Boy in the 1v2.
Yeah, Moonir playing it quite safe right now. Kind of has to. I mean, we're on the potential last game of this set. He's big chilling. Oh, okay, the ground pound. Weapon toss as well. Go ahead and tap that one in. And now Moonir, onto its last time, might be able to play a little more aggressively now that he's back into the white.
Their coordination on that was so cool. It was kind of hit the sideline, then Lores came in with the ground pound right away. There's the side air. It's 3 stocks to 2.
This is huge. I mean, yeah, man. So as long as Moonir can stay over the down air, push him a little further down.
Oh!
Another down air! Another ground pound! He's out of there!
Kaina's gonna have to go into the 1v2 to end it here, and it looks like they're not gonna let it happen. And they don't let him touch the ground again.
Balloon Boy going way out there, unarmed in a neutral air to take that stock. What a team combo yet again from Balloon Boy and Moonir, holding it down, taking it to a game 5. Can they reset it? We're gonna find out right now.
Balloon Boy, that was such a huge down sig over on the corner. There's the downer from Moonir. He goes back in with the ground pound and the downer. He ends up getting the hit while the weapon toss would normally be live, but because he put his opponent in hit stun, it's not going to be an active hitbox, and then they just go to work on the left.
It is a tie, man. Game 5, we might be seeing another set, or can they close the door right here? Hot start right now already for the blue team. Getting quite a bit of hits. Top side ground pound. And now Lores finally firing back as well, so he said he wants a little vengeance right there. Gets the ground pound himself. Ooh. Huge damage here already on Kaina, man. He is hurt at the very beginning of this game.
Oh, Moonir was trying to get the down signature, reading that Kaina was going to go through him, or maybe that Lores was approaching from the back. Kaina's now adding up the damage. Moonir's about to be right where he is. Oh, Balloon Boy almost got the KO off the top of the recovery, sending both over to the left. There's the recovery now, hitting both a blue from Lores. Oh, the D-Sig barely interrupted, but he got a lot of hits. On to Balloon Boy, another D-Sig coming out. Splitting up the blue team. Moonier's alone on the left. Can they get the KO? A little bit of overlap, unfortunately.
Man, he managed to make it back too. When we get the stock off of kind of Lores, though, still living until there. Sky high with the Despair. Moonier, only person on their third stock. Or their first stock. Ooh. Okay, finally losing right there. Oh, this is bad. Balloon Boy
They have
stuck down here.
this time. Another down air from Kaina, and Moonier comes in to break up the red team and save Balloon Boy. I can't believe.
Yeah, I saw the sweat beast come out too. He just got his dodge back in time. And then Moonier shows back up. Not off the top just yet, but still loving the pass.
Lores barely avoiding all of this, but he can't avoid it anymore. Over on the edge, Decider's gonna KO. Full team-wide. Balloon Boy and Moonier in a fantastic spot to reset this bracket.
They are 100% finding every little combination that they need. Moonier, blasters going absolutely insane. A couple of down airs coming in from all of them. Ends up hitting his teammate, but still, that's 3 down airs that hit between.
Great target swap for Balloon Boy, but Kaina was ready right after that to interrupt. D-Light into neutral air. There's the recovery from Kaina. He's in sweat beats, but he lands.
Okay. Looking here. Oh, okay. Does manage to make it back to the wall again. Unfortunately, my man is getting hit. He has got so much damage. Both of them got so much damage right now, but they still have a lot of damage on Lores too. So as long as they get the stock on Lores, we can see an easy team combo. Lores and Kaina gonna find that easy team combo to get Moonier out of the way.
There is a weapon spawn on the field. Balloon Boy attempting to grab it. Moonier's coming in with the axe.
Oh, he finds it quickly. Okay. Oh, almost got the scoop there. Lores living on his last breath right here. Scooped and sent out. There we go. Weapon toss. Oh, wait. Huge down air coming in from Kaina. At least gets him back to the stage.
Sidelight instantly gets shut down. No neutral air follow-up. Sider sends in. The weapon tosses go flying. He's just barely going to have enough to get back. Goes for the sidelight. The turnaround recovery. Moonier hits the D-Light recovery. Resetting the bracket with the KO off the top in Game 5. They made it to Game 5 last time. They just needed to push a little bit farther, and that's exactly what they did against Kaina and Lores to reset this Grand Finals.
I cannot believe the way this team is playing again. Might be their first time, or at least one of the earliest times that they have teamed. And I'm telling you, they have teamed for years, if you would ask me, bro. They are looking too polished right now for the way for being a new team. But it's popping off, man. I love it. Loving to see the combinations we're getting here. Loving how they complement each other's gameplay style. Moonier, again, just being so aggressive, being everywhere, having the perfect follows. Balloon Boy always being able to get the great passes to him. I've seen so many neutral airs to the recoveries from them altogether, or the down six to the recoveries as well, too. Everything is just working in their favor. Game 5 goes to them. Can they do it again in the second set? We're about to find out.
Those blasters inlights, the blasters down airs, that gives so much time for Balloon Boy to react in a manner that makes a huge impact and changes games. That is like the blessing of playing with such a strong blasters player, is that you get those opportunities where it puts your opponent in hit stun for so long. It is like, come on over here, man.
Yeah.
You can be a part of this now.
All right. Now it's up to Lores and kind of really to try to get themselves back in the game, pump themselves up. It's the Grand Finals reset. Next winner wins the entire thing. We're back to Western Air Temple for our first game, just like the first set. Here we go.
Inlight's coming through, and Balloon Boy is already ready to follow up right off that. He doesn't even have a weapon yet, and he's so ready. He hears that Blaster's Inlight hit, and it activates him. He's in follow-up mode instantly.
Okay, yeah, Blaster's definitely coming out, starting to get a little punished right here for Moonier. Does find it down here. Oh, off the top. What did I tell you? The pass is too good. He's always looking.
Neutral air coming out. There's the D-Sig, a little bit of team damage on that one, not terrible. Sidelight comes out from Kaina, moving over onto the right side, now back over onto the left, and D-Sig gets punched with a side air. Sidelight neutral air into the D-Light as well. Gonna be a great punish from Lores to get the KO off of Moonier. That was something they were really struggling with last game, was KOing Moonier early enough.
Yeah, the reverse there definitely worked out for him. Found exactly where he needed to get that hit. Now, Kaina and Balloon Boy, only person on their first stock still. Who's gonna lose that first? Balloon Boy trying to make it beat Kaina. Oh, big stomp right there, ground pound. A down air hit as well. We're still going.
Oh! Balloon Boy shuts it down. The continuation that the blue team has to get that stock. Balloon Boy was so hungry for that.
Dude, I can't believe, I mean, that is how you turn that thing around. He did not care if he was in the deep red. He said, I'm still going to make this play, and the play was indeed made. Now, Moonier got to be a little more elusive while Balloon Boy is coming back. Takes quite a bit of damage there on the incoming for Balloon Boy, but still they got a stock lead. Hopefully they can hold that onto that for a bit. Good punish. Almost got that turnaround. That would have been clean. A GC turnaround down. Sig would have went crazy there.
He did have his dodge back in time to get away from the side air from Flores. Did get hit by the second one though, bouncing him off the stage. Moonir, he's looking for it. You saw him GCD light off screen on the top, just in case someone was up there that he could steal a stock from.
Still losing. We end up losing that stock from Moonir. Now, a lot of damage being added up to Balloon Boy right there. Another down thing. Is going to find the mark. Gets kind of out of there.
And like coming out with the follow-up from Balloon Boy. It's just that GC side light a little bit too high. Comes in with a side air. Goes to the GC Insig.
Okay, down air. Gets himself back to the stage. Little chip piece as well. The down line to recovery. Moonir looking for these down airs yet again. Does find one here. Oh! I wasn't even looking over that. I was looking at Kaina, man. I also got diversionary tactic, and immediately that stock off of Lores.
Kind of stuck yet again in the 1v2. I'm surprised Moonir didn't go in for the recovery off of that, even just to try it.
I guess he was afraid of the reversal, but
yeah.
he's got like, you know, he's not damaged that enough for, I think, for him to be that afraid. Regardless, though, we're gonna find it again right after this. Big pickup, bang, get him out of here. That's the first game going over to Moonir and Balloon Boy. Dude, what these games are just incredibly exciting right now, man. The highest level of Brawlhalla being shown to us. Everyone in disbelief in the crowd. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, you just have everybody being so active. Everybody just wants to scrap and wants to fight at every moment. You want to fight off stage? Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna go in off stage. I'm in red. Who cares? Let's fight off stage.
Okay, taking it back to Western Air Temple here. They're feeling the stage, but it's gonna work out for them.
I think so. I mean, so far, obviously those soft platforms have been used mostly by Moonir to extend those blasters recoveries to get the KOs off the top.
Oh, nice little fight right there from Kaina. Just kind of march Moonir. Moonir trying to get back to the stage, or at least back to a decent part of the wall, and just immediately hit that stair. Off first stock already, pretty early as well, too.
Yeah. Being able to shut down Moonir's first stock in less than 30 seconds is huge, but Blue Boy's gonna answer back, and they might turn it into two. The downer into the D-Sig. Don't get the KO quite off the top just yet, but it might be coming here shortly.
Another one situation where Balloon Boy, I thought he was gonna maybe, or Moonir was gonna drop another recovery, but didn't believe it. I think I see the stock. There was enough damage on the screen just yet. But there indeed was not. Kaina and Balloon Boy on their first stock. Still kind of gonna lose this just as I'm saying it. Oh, the pass up every time! That is terrible for the red team.
And I think we saw a moment where Lores made a critical mistake, where kind of sent him up with a bow neutral air straight up, and you'd think he'd be picking up, okay, he gets the double D-light into the recovery. They might make up for it there, but Lores went with a blasters down air, sending down, rather than going with the recovery KO off the top. Maybe he didn't have it at the time.
Man, yes, just unfortunate there for the red team, but still, game is relatively even with that bit of a mishap. I think that early stock take on to Moonir definitely set them up to be able to, like,
wait, the down!
He's gone!
GC side sig! Kind of trying to come in to turn it into something, but oh my gosh, just like that, Balloon Boy's audacity to go off stage. He's just so ready with it. He's so quick with it.
That's both of them now, too. I usually expect Moonir to be making this plays, but Balloon Boy is like, you know what? I'm going to get out there, too, and it worked out well into his favor. Solid lead for the team. Can they just close it out quickly? That's all we need to see. Okay, got him in the middle. That's for the team combo. Oh, unfortunately not able to hit that neutral light on the other side. Finds it this time around, though. They're going all over the place with this combo.
They're looking for the side air into the side six setup. It's got to be.
Oh, weapon toss. Double weapon toss not going to happen here. Doesn't even need it. The breakdance does it. Balloon Boy taking the second game. Moonir, Balloon Boy, 2 games up already in the second set. Lawrence is kind of looking a little lost here.
Huge momentum going into this game 3. Massive momentum on the side of Balloon Boy and Moonir. Now that they're up 2-0, they've shown how potent they are on this stage. There was the D-Sig. And that was the downer I was talking about. I think he still had a recovery there. If he would have gone for a recovery, he would have instantly gotten that KO.
I'm just loving the turnaround too. I think Moonir got hit up there just a second ago, and then Balloon Boy was able to catch his landing to push him back up to Moonir to take the stop. Okay, we're taking it to one of the smallest stages in the game. They want a straight up scrap for this third one. Let's go.
This is definitely a kind of Lores move. It used to be done with Suzaku Castle, excuse me. Now it's done with this here. In game 3, see if Kaina and Lores can shut down this 0-3 or 3-0 run coming from Balloon Boy and Moonir in the Grand Finals reset.
Yeah, I think with the way that these team combos have been going, oh, okay, that was gonna go straight back and forth with it. I guess because they've been going so vertical, they're like, maybe if we take these platforms where they can't get as vertical as quickly, but I think the combos just look so good. Regardless, he's still going vertical with it. Finds the great punish there with the recovery. Tries to get a down sig on the ground though, does not find it regardless. Finds the fair as well too. Kaina managed to make it back to the stage. Huge ground pound, just taking all the way down.
Lores is able to get back over onto the wall. Kaina gets a stock, see if he can clean this one up. Onto Balloon Boy, D-Light into the side air as Lores comes in off the weapon pickup.
Nowhere for him to really go there. That would have been a big pickup with that invite. Speaking of, takes the dare to the dome. He's out of there as well too. Kaina.
They just look like they knew Lores was going to go over to the wall while Kaina respawns, and Balloon Boy instantly went over there, and then Moonir went over there, and then they got his stock, and here comes the neutral air.
And they're still going.
Ground pound for Balloon Boy. The weapon toss hits him too. He has nothing to get back, but there's the save, and it's a down air, another down air. Is Lores going to lose his stock after the double down air? Another unarmed down air.
Dude, they keep trying to save their teammate. They just put themselves in the worst position ever. Now down to their last stocks already. Team combo, the momentum fully on the blue side. Has not given that up just yet. They are scrambling to get back to this game. That's what the red team is doing. Oh my gosh. Oh, the top, he's gone. It's just Kaina against 4 stocks. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it.
The ricochet off of the D-Sig, the neutral airs. Look how far Balloon Boy is chasing. A punch to the back of the head sends Moonir away. He's just gonna spam side signatures, baby. He can taste the victory. He can taste the 3-0. He's gravity canceling him. Burning his dodge. He keeps throwing him. Whatever. Who cares?
You can have that stock. We don't need it. Oh, wait. Okay, goes for the downer. Not going to be able to hit that. Now we have the axe in hand. How you trying to finish? Reverse instinct. Not going to hit. Off the top.
Oh!
There it is. There it is. And Balloon Boy and Moonir with the craziest comeback to be your mid-season doubles champions.
A 3-0 in the Grand Finals reset to put the 2-time back-to-back midseason championships in the dirt.
Dude, what a way to answer back. I mean, taking it to a game 5, taking the game 5 2 times, by the way, because they had to do it on the winners finals. Weren't able to do it. Rick Grimes came out a little too late. Rick Grimes shows up episode 1 and finishes the season like it's nothing, bro. Oh my gosh.
And that is 5 wins in a row. Game 4 and Game 5 of the Grand Finals, and then 3 in a row on the Grand Finals reset.
Dude, man, the game, again, first time, I don't know if it's the first time, but it feels like definitely the first time ever this team was teamed, and off that, they immediately get a goal, first place. I need to see them at BCX. I need to see that. I know all your friends are going to be there. Don't care. I need to see y'all BCX playing again. The teamwork just was too good.
I mean, I would have said, 20 minutes ago that maybe this would be one-sided, but the run that Draggy has had here in the last few minutes that I watched was absolutely insane. I mean, being able to come through and take out Vim Tranquilo in that best of 5. I mean, that's such a huge accomplishment, and that's got to be a lot of momentum coming into the set against Balloon Boy.
Nonetheless, we're getting into it. Balloon Boy versus Draggy, game number 1 on Small World's End.
All right, let's get it, PJ. Balloon Boy going to be the first to go ahead and get the weapon drop, and Draggy is going to be searching for that cannon. He had the sword. Is going to be the first weapon. See what he can do against his edge guard against Balloon Boy.
A slight range advantage here for Balloon Boy, who starts off with a side light and a nair for a bit of damage. Draggy meeting Balloon Boy in the air with that side already showing. The air is not going to be a free reign for you here as Balloon Boy. Down air's coming out. That's a nice whip punish on that side air. D-light into side air, and Draggy not a great spot. GC side light into nair, looking for that recovery. Balloon Boy is going to continue the juggle with the down air. The side air does not connect, but Draggy has been completely nullified here, forced to get swamped over to the cannon here.
Yeah, see if he can get something going with this, but so far it's been all Balloon Boy in control here. The Saracen and Draggy all the way back off stage, but now he's planted his his feet back on Small Worlds, picks Balloon Boy up in the two-piece. The Sayer's gonna try and get it back up on stage. He whiffs on the neutral sig, and Draggy stays out of the way of it. The Sayer's gonna connect into Nair.
Just trying his best to find something here as Draggy can't really get much started. We'll get it there with the side light into down air, and the N-Sig doesn't connect, but that side light will, and Balloon Boy forced on the wall. Now the N-Sig will catch Balloon Boy, and even though Balloon Boy answered back with about 100 damage unanswered, Draggy gets the first stock here in game number 1 of their top 16 set. Draggy with the cannon now, D-Light into recovery, will close out that stock. We go to a 2-stock fresh game here for both players. And Balloon Boy obviously dominating on the blasters right now. Draggy leaning on that cannon to find that early stock there, or the first stock, I should say, of the game.
It's the first time I've seen Draggy get some success on that neutral sig. We saw him throw it against Amet a lot in that last set. Did not have any success with it at all. But catches it the first time against Balloon Boy, trying to chase him down with the silent. Balloon Boy gonna get the reversal. Lets the side sig fly off stage. Ground pound, sweat beats out. He is able to touch though. Sarah is gonna go ahead and clear the space a little bit. Draggy comes back up on stage, gets caught in the side light. He cannot find the route to get back up on Small Worlds in against Balloon Boy. The edge guard is in place, but Draggy's gonna get the reversal there. The slide charge neutral sig is gonna whip. Balloon Boy now has this aerial opportunity to go ahead and close out the stock. Can he find it here? Sweat beats out. Draggy with the unarmed recovery back up, and we're all set back in neutral, PJ.
Yeah, it's crazy that he's able to control the ledge for so long, but yet unable to find these KOs, and that's what Draggy kind of capitalized, where Balloon Boy won so much neutral, just unable to close out that stock. Side light there for Draggy, and Draggy in contention for this stock once again. N-Light into N-Sig, and Draggy with the wall to Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy landing with the side air. The D-Light immediately trying to catch Draggy, drifting back to the stage, but Draggy won't give you anything for free. But speaking of which, that D-Light gets punished by the D-Light, and Balloon Boy down air now from Draggy, as Draggy knows how big this moment could be, in a side light side air will cash in that stock. Draggy 2 stocks to 1, and it's been 2 stocks off Balloon Boy, and both of them fall first from Draggy. Side light there. Balloon Boy again stuck on the wall, and he was able to close out the stock easily with the D-Light into recovery. We'll do so again here. This time though, 1 side light of cannon will be the extra credit for Draggy. Not a lot to lean on, but it could just be enough with how close this game is.
It's something. It's something. It's a hope, a prayer, and a dream, but he's looking fantastic here in this opening game against Balloon Boy. Has the edge guard again, but Balloon Boy's going to get the reversal, sends it back out. There's the neutral light. The Nair is going to whiff. Draggy whiffs on the side light. Balloon Boy right there to pick it up. But big 3-piece from Draggy comes up the recovery. Nobody's home. Balloon Boy hits him with a dare. Sweat beats out, but he's able to find himself back up on stage.
And light there for Balloon Boy, who's been dominating this ledge game here, as Draggy continuously gets forced off stage. We'll give it up there with a turnaround D-Light. Not sure if that's a misinput, but Draggy will make you pay for it, as you're stuck on the wall now. And Draggy with the side light. Balloon Boy stuck on the wall. D-Light into down air. Disarm now and versus cannon. This could be it, but the down air does not connect. And the ground pound from Balloon Boy comes in just in time. D-Light into ground pound. Balloon Boy 1 hit away. Draggy makes it back to center stage. Side light there again, and he remains control and remains some sort of semblance of calm here. But the damage slowly shifting to Balloon Boy's favor. The bow gets picked up now. The Nair comes in, will not KO. Draggy trying to find a landing, but the weapon toss into the recovery will clutch out the game for Balloon Boy.
How amazing is that he knew the Nair was not going to have enough to knock out. He throws the weapon away, gets the unarmed recovery to be able to finish the stock right then and there. Great awareness for Balloon Boy there to go ahead and get the job done.
And just the margin so slim there. Draggy misses the game-winning down air just about here. Balloon Boy sneaks in, gets the ground pound, which disarms Draggy, forces Draggy off of the cannon, and since then, Balloon Boy wins that game.
All right, we're going right back to Small Worlds in. No legend swaps across the board. And Draggy very, very, very close to sneaking away with that opening game against Balloon Boy. But Triple B, you see, he has one on the scoreboard already. He's going to try and make it 2 here in game number 2.
Sider coming in as well. The D-Light and the N-Light immediately whiff, punishing for Draggy, as Draggy lets something, a new option come out there. The D-Sig, the anchor, trying to find a way to get a connection onto Balloon Boy. D-Light into Sider. Balloon Boy completely nullified in this game. Draggy takes that loss in stride, but the ground pound comes in. Balloon Boy gets a down air unarmed. Another down air into the stage. Draggy recovery there. An N-Light from Balloon Boy, and he'll take the time to grab a bow now. Not disarmed any longer. Balloon Boy with a chance to come back in the damage department, but unable to find that gimp as the N-Light comes in for Draggy. Dash jump side air. Balloon Boy in a bad spot. The weapon toss goes a little bit too high, and Balloon Boy has to land right in front of the cannon, but avoids the D-Light. Gets a 3-piece to flip it. The down air too low though, and Draggy gets back on the stage and wins it once again. D-Light into recovery will close out that stock, and Balloon Boy with chances to gimp in that stock, just unable to find the last kind of hit you need to close out those stocks. Draggy will capitalize with a big lead.
He's absolutely on demon time so far, especially in this game. Looking fantastic with this cannon. Oh, Balloon Boy's going to go ahead and shut it down there, get a slight reversal. Little too far extension off the sideline. Balloon Boy's going to go ahead and package it up, send him off the left side. There we go. Downlight into Sayers. Going to not be enough to take him over to the blast zone. Does find a way to get back on the stage, let those unarmed recoveries fly. Balloon Boy's going to shut it down over here. Back-to-back weapon throw, and that's going to be enough to go ahead and tap that one in.
That equalizes the stocks incredibly quickly, and Balloon Boy taking very little extra credit, especially with Draggy being so low in damage in that first stock. You would think so much more was to come, but it'll be Draggy on even footing here in terms of the stocks. The damage still in the favor of Draggy, though, with that opening 3-piece on the sword pickup. Balloon Boy whiff on the sidelight into a sidelight from Draggy. And the N-Sig now coming out as an option to kind of contest Balloon Boy landing. That's a big sider. The sider a little bit too high. Draggy in a bad spot. The fast fall ill-timed, and Balloon Boy will capitalize by taking control of the stage and picking up a new weapon. N-Light there, and Draggy stuck in the air now. But a D-Light into recovery will force Balloon Boy in the air on Draggy's terms this time. And Draggy looking for this KO now. A D-Light into recovery will be all it takes for Draggy as 3 connect, and a stock is taken. Balloon Boy on his last.
We might have a set here looking fantastic for Team Draggy, as he has got a good, solid lead against Balloon Boy here in game number 2. The Nair is going to connect, comes back down with the Dare. 2-piece, finishing up with a down air off stage. Right back, though. Couldn't find try to get that reversal fadeaway Sayer there. Nobody was home.
And light there for Draggy, and a big opportunity now up 2 stocks to 1. Can definitely leverage this to try to go for something off stage. The down kick comes in. Ground pound from Balloon Boy will answer back. Sidelight into down air. Nice avoidance there from Balloon Boy, dodging away down air as well. But Draggy just in complete control. GCD light into side air will give Balloon Boy chances on this stock now with a weapon tossed up and a recovery on the bow. Will find a KO.
Wow.
Barely. I didn't think it was going to, but it does. And Balloon Boy forces last stock with the blasters in hand. And this is a scary spot for Draggy. Even though you're just 1 hit away, it could be very scary to get it. Down air coming out from Balloon Boy, answering back here, has yet to be hit. D-Light into the end light there. Another down air catches Draggy. Side air as well. Nair comes out, avoids the recovery with the side air as well from Balloon Boy. And he's trying his best to play perfectly here. Draggy just needs 1 D-Light, and Draggy knows it. D-Light into recovery will close out that stock, and Draggy and Balloon Boy go to game 3 with an even scoreline.
Draggy is absolutely playing out of his mind this weekend. There we go. Going to go ahead and tie the set up against Balloon Boy. Going to shake him up a little bit. And that means Balloon Boy is now in a position where he needs to make some sort of adjustment. I mean, do we go back to Small Worlds In? It was close game number 1. Draggy was able to go ahead and get it in game number 2. Do we need a change of venue? Because he's already said he's not swapping off that Diana.
It looks like we don't get a change of venue. I was going to say, I don't know what the mentality behind it is if you want a soft platform versus this cannon, but Draggy's been finding, a lot of damage on the cannon, and the sword is just coming in to clean the job up. And light there, and Balloon Boy on the bow now. This time the matchup has been going in Draggy's favor since the last game. Another down air punishes a side light there, and right now Draggy completely dominating the stock. Side light into the Nair, catches Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy drifting off stage, avoids the down air, but Draggy just in complete control so far. Side light would punish the end light immediately. Down air from Balloon Boy to get a little bit of an answer back. A side air there, a recovery as well, and Balloon Boy now trapped on the wall in the red. Side light wait, Draggy in just complete control, running Balloon Boy down in the corner. The side air will not connect neither with the recovery, but again you're taking just pennies on the dollar as the D-Light into Nair comes in for payday for Draggy, and Draggy will take the first stock.
And we talk about that. We've been talking about the cannon in Draggy's hand this entire set so far. I'm looking back at the stats from last game. He did 313 damage on the sword and only 201 on the cannon. So he was finding the more damage and getting those knockouts off of that sword. What we see has been cannon so far here in this game. Balloon Boy's finally going to get that disarm. Draggy coming back on stage. Can he get the weapon spawn? He does. Cannon back in hand. Could not get the second part of that opener. Back in neutral. Nobody really wanting to engage too hard here. Draggy holding on to his lead.
Recovery coming in for Balloon Boy, trying to put an end to this first stock of Draggy. Draggy avoids it. It's a big Nair there, but no KO or disarm. So Draggy with chances. Big side light, no side air follow-up. Balloon Boy just holding that center stage. The weapon toss does catch, and the side air will punish Draggy as your momentum gets stifled by that weapon toss from Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy with great chances again, but really good at evening up the stocks. No matter how big of a lead Draggy has, it doesn't really lead into much extra credit. You'll see an end light there from Draggy, and now the dash jump side air, catching Balloon Boy. Nice end light from Balloon Boy, but the damage has just been so great in Draggy's favor this entire match. I mean, Balloon Boy is just trying to fight back in any way possible, but that side air puts Balloon Boy in a bad spot, and Draggy knows it. Waiting for the dodge there, didn't find the D-Light, but Draggy knows weaving in and out. The end light will connect, but a D-Light recovery meets you anyway, and as many hitboxes as you try to throw out, Draggy finds a way.
Finds a way indeed. Balloon Boy, though, is going to be all over that landing. Draggy going to hold over on the left side. Going to see another D-Light into Sarah from Balloon Boy. He swaps over for a fresh pair of blasters. Going to try and avoid that disarm. There we go, the recovery. That is going to not be enough.
Wow.
Small World's in. Gonna go ahead and hold him in the stage one more time here. Draggy, though, that neutral air is gonna go ahead and confirm on a Balloon Boy, and that puts him on his final stock of this game. And if he loses this one, that puts him on a winner's side game going into next one.
This is for Championship Sunday right here. You confirm yourself into the top 8 off of this game, or this set, I should say, but this game means so much. The recovery doesn't connect for Balloon Boy. Draggy misses the end light, gets a side light, but no side air. GCD light gets punished with a side air on the bow. Weapon toss does not connect, but the side light does. And Balloon Boy just needs to tap in this KO. Will pick up a bow, look for the nair, doesn't find it. Draggy whiffing the side light in the face of Balloon Boy, but no punish on the side of Balloon Boy. The end light comes out, a weapon pickup from Draggy. GCD light gets punished with the end light, but he hold on as it's Small World's end, and the bow comes in finally with a down air to close out that stock. And it's last stock, game 3, the set advantage going to the winner of this. It means so much right now.
It does mean a lot indeed. Balloon Boy trying to hold down at the ground there with those, trying to get Draggy in the air, not let him land. We're going to go way low. The recovery brings Draggy back up. D-Light into recovery. He's going to go ahead and connect. Balloon Boy letting the Sair whip rip, trying to catch something coming back down the stage. Side air from Draggy. Going to go ahead and send Balloon Boy out, but you see the Nair going to go ahead and toss him back up. We're juggling now. Going to go ahead and toss the bow up, re-catch. Draggy's going to hold on to that weapon spawn, but he goes right in to that bow of Balloon Boy yet again. Whiffs on the neutral light, but Balloon Boy whiffing on the Sairs.
We see the D-Sig coming out there off the GC from Balloon Boy towards the wall. Side light there and waiting. Another dodge gets baited out by Draggy. Doesn't find it. That's a big nair. The weapon toss comes down looking for the D-Light. Is Draggy now at this point. Side light will wait for the N-Sig. Does not find it. Balloon Boy no dodge in. End light comes out with punish. Side air from Balloon Boy. Whiffs the D-Sig again trying to make it happen, but Draggy will not fall for those tricks. A pickup of cannon for Draggy now. A D-Light is the difference between the set lead here, but a side down air comes in. Draggy in a bad spot will have to recover. Avoids the side air. Balloon Boy will get an unarmed recovery, but that's not the game when you wanted to see. A side air comes out as well, and Draggy with the cannon online just needs one hit. So does Balloon Boy, who gets an air there. Won't KO on Small World's end, but Draggy picks up a cannon. Doesn't get anything, but a GCD like side air from Balloon Boy gives him the set advantage.
That made me nervous. That was what a close game, coming right down to those last couple interactions. You see just the sigh of relief from Balloon Boy as he's able to go ahead and squeak that one in there. But now Draggy playing down 2 games to 1. Is he going to have another upset here in mid-season championship?
Draggy one set away from making it into the top 8, but you pull one of the hardest players to pull in the bracket. The second place finisher here at BCX last year, and now the PR number 2 of North America, stuck in the shadow of Markimu. Will look to make it shine his own light on this top 8 here. Draggy will try to do the same.
Do the same indeed. Balloon Boy, though, holding down on the stage. He's been very good trying to catch these landings, trying to get that advantage, because Draggy seems to have it in the air when it comes to that sword especially. The ground pound's going to rip off the cannon. Balloon Boy cannot catch the re-entry from Draggy coming back up on the Small World's end. Here we go, 2 pieces, going to rack up some more damage against Balloon Boy. Draggy still holding on to this very light advantage, but I take that back. Balloon Boy just made it go back into his direction. Back and forth in this first stock. Who is going to be the first to strike? Balloon Boy going way off the right side of the stage. Draggy couldn't catch the landing. Balloon Boy letting it rip as well with the side light, and the weapon throw is going to go ahead and tap that one in, and Draggy is the first to strike.
It was a good edge guard mix, or sorry, recovery mix-up from Balloon Boy to wait for Draggy to go for the nair that stalls you in the air and then fastball down to the wall, but Draggy ends up winning it out with that down air, and then light comes out from Balloon Boy, who's been very good at evening up the stock counts. Even when he loses at first, we see the attempt with that N-Sig will not connect. The side air, not enough to KO yet, and Balloon Boy with chances here to close out the stock quickly. Side lights don't lead into much. Kind of just reset the situation. D-Light into side air will be enough to close it out. Just keep it simple. And once again, Balloon Boy continues to even up these stocks incredibly quickly.
But he just keeps playing from behind. He has not been able to really solidify himself a proper lead in this set so far. But we see now is he's getting some good momentum against Draggy here. The side air is going to be enough to go ahead and stop that momentum. Wow. There we go. That is 4 unanswered attacks from Draggy. The nair is going to dug him up. Another one. He tried to go up, and after that second nair, and hit the side air. But the neutral sig will be enough. And Draggy cutting himself out a fantastic lead against Balloon Boy to tie this set up.
Balloon Boy, last-ditch effort, throws the bow downwards in order to put out a hitbox. Draggy avoids it, and that N-Sig is just so potent on this stage with such small walls for Blast Zone. Side light comes out from Balloon Boy, who, again, I keep saying it time and time again, will continue to even out these stock counts very, very quickly. The ground pound comes in, trying to do so there. Recovery comes in, double recovery for Draggy, and this damage does mean something. We've seen Draggy close out these stocks with efficiency on both the sword and the cannon. As an end light comes out, the nair comes out for Balloon Boy, and they're both just trying to control this ground game. The down sig coming out, waiting for a dodge in, doesn't find it. A side air will send Draggy in a bad spot, looking for the recovery. Will find that one, and Balloon Boy evens up the stocks, but takes quite a bit of damage for it. All things considered, Draggy has quite a bit to work for in order to force this game 5. Side air comes out and starts the party for Draggy.
Balloon Boy, though, trying to hold on here, so close, especially with this cannon. One good string could spell the end of this game for Balloon Boy. Draggy being very careful, being very patient. Saw the side light's going to go ahead and tack on just a little bit more damage against Balloon Boy. Sweat exclamation points out. Big recovery, but Draggy's still sitting in yellow. Meanwhile, Balloon Boy, the Nair is gonna go ahead and finish that one up, and he's shaking his head. I don't know if he can't believe it or what, but he's playing out of his mind. 495 damage, 218 of that off the cannon, 247 off the sword. So there's another game that he was able to win where he outputted more on the sword than he was able to on the cannon.
It makes sense to me, especially with how that second stock went, where Draggy kind of got that offstage recovery. And I like that Draggy's starting to go for that there. It's a very active hitbox on the wall, and Balloon Boy likes to dip low, especially with how potent cannon and sword have KOs off the top. You need to be very careful of that KO potential, so you dip low. We see a recovery from Draggy to scoop Balloon Boy back up into the jungle. Speaking of which, a big four-piece open up, drops a side air there off that GC. The ground pound will get punished with a side light, but no side air. And Balloon Boy comes out of the gate swinging, but Draggy finally back onto his own business here. D-Light into down air. Balloon Boy in a bad spot now. Draggy with the dodge out, waiting. Ground pound comes out with an air, interrupts it. End light coming out. Balloon Boy will hold on to the stock here as that ground pound look to meet the end of that one. The recovery will connect and disarm Balloon Boy. Draggy wins the war for that weapon pickup too. So it's sword versus bow to see who takes the first stock.
Still nobody first to strike here. Draggy though has the advantage on this edge guard. Balloon Boy trying to bounce his way over, catches the neutral light. Draggy trying to come up in the air with a neutral air, but can't find anything. Balloon Boy weapon throw down. The neutral sig is going to go ahead and whiff. Balloon Boy catching a little bit more off of that. Trying to get the bounce off the weapon throw, but couldn't follow it up with the gravity cancel down light.
Cross wires there as Balloon Boy was not able to find the connection. Oh, almost whip punishing that GC D-Light, but instead the recovery comes in and ends up winning that stock in the end. And that's first strike of Game 5 going to Balloon Boy. Winner of this moves on to Championship Sunday, and Balloon Boy will confirm his spot in both top 8 of singles and top 4 in doubles.
Draggy fighting right back, keeping things super even. He is not going down without a fight. We see Balloon Boy being carried back in by a sidekick. He's looking for that weapon drop. There it is, blasters in hand. What is he going to be able to do with it? He catches Draggy, and the one piece with the Sayer's going to catch him right back. Draggy lurking, trying to get some more damage against Balloon Boy. Finds his way back on the stage, right into a Sayer off those blasters. Reaching over, overextended off that side light.
Oh, that's scary.
Oh, what a nair from Balloon Boy that gave him the protection he needed to come back up on stage as he continues to aggress off stage.
Side light there, and Balloon Boy completely dominating wherever they meet on the stage. GC D-Light into recovery will disarm another recovery. The Hail Mary attempt to take a big stock lead for Balloon Boy. Draggy will cross through the ledge trap side light with an end light. The Nair comes out. Draggy now in the jungle state. No dodge from Balloon Boy as the GC D-Light does not connect. Down air into Nair for Draggy as Balloon Boy has a pair of blasters in hand. Side light, wait, no GC D-Light. That D-Light will connect. The recovery will KO, and Balloon Boy one stock away from Championship Sunday. Draggy will have to make a comeback here, and so far in the way the sets have gone, Balloon Boy much better at capitalizing on leads like this, but Draggy's cannon, the trusty cannon that has brought him this far in the bracket, is going to be the tool that Draggy needs to climb this mountain.
I mean, this is still doable, especially if he can confirm the stock right now. Balloon Boy in a bad spot. Weapon throw might be enough to do it. Oh, no! The dare came out. I think the ground pound would have been good, but Balloon Boy, nonetheless, is able to come back up on stage. Blasters back in hand. Draggy trying to figure out a way to get himself back in this as Balloon Boy is getting more damage against this Syndra.
Avoids the D-Light. You see the respect from Draggy now, realizing the moment you're in, Weapon Toss comes in to interrupt Balloon Boy's end light. That's a D-Light into recovery, whip punish, and Balloon Boy and Draggy go to last stock, Game 5. Draggy with a cannon online, Balloon Boy with no weapon in hand, but will pick up the bow. No weapon starve attempt, side light there to start the action for Balloon Boy. The N-Sig does not connect. Draggy will avoid that. No signatures have connected for Balloon Boy yet. D-Light there into the N-Sig as I say it, and Balloon Boy punches his ticket into top 8 into Championship Sunday in a Game 5 close match. Balloon Boy is too clutch. Flores versus Balloon Boy.
Yeah. We're going to see, will a North American make it into the winners or the upper finals? As like you said, it is going to be Balloon Boy and Lores, man.
We're starting off here with Demon Island, the Diana on Balloon Boy, Lores on the super defense, Ada on the Mandalorian. And right now, Lores with the spear in hand and Balloon Boy with the blasters. They both pick up their strongest weapons here, and Lores already starting great with those end lights. The down air as well, getting some revenge for that 2v2 space because he's opening up Balloon Boy in big ways on the spear.
That's crazy that the blast of the blasters ground pound actually popped him above that spear down signature. That's something that Lores did really well at the start of today in the double space as he was hitting those signatures, and that's something that Balloon Boy and Munir were able to adjust to in the doubles.
Incredibly strong signatures covering both sides of Ada with the down sig, the side sig, a fast option to swat people off into the blast zone. End sig as well, catching anti-airs pogos coming out from Lores. The pogo king himself swapping over to a pair of blasters. Now down air into side air, no side air connection. Balloon Boy fighting unarmed recovery into Nair. The end light comes out on the the bow. Side air whip punish from Lores, and the weapon charge gets all the charge he needs. And Lores with the ground pound. Balloon Boy avoids, and he gets the ground pound, and he chase dodges up, and Balloon Boy will not be put down like that. He takes first strike in the set.
Lores with the big commit, wanted to guarantee the KO. He tried to go for that final hit with that ground pound, but Balloon Boy with that dodge up, and now he's got the lead. He's able to put some damage onto Lores on the second stock.
Spear in hand once again. Lores will lean on his prime weapon here. Balloon Boy 2 side lights on the unarmed, racking up the extra credit. Lores yet to hit Balloon Boy on his second, finally does so there with a pogo. And a lot of Lores' game plan so far is hovering around the mix-up of short hop or double jump, nairs and pogos. Down air comes out from Balloon Boy though. Lores in a bad spot, will have to wait, and the dodge comes out from both players, so no one gets hit. Lores with one exclamation point, D-Light into side air, into the wall. Lores in a bad spot, drop out too early. Lores gets the dodge out though, and Balloon Boy gets the stock as Lores was unable to make it back to nair, stifling the horizontal momentum, and that's going to be Balloon Boy up 2 stocks to 1. He has completely flipped this game on its head.
Really good recognition of the situation there from Balloon Boy. Saw the sweat beads, knows what weapon Lores had, and went really wide to make sure he didn't have a reversal of what happened on that first stock.
Oh, the Pogo King strikes again, and Lores 3 pogos and a stock, and we go to last stock for game number 1 of this winner semifinal set. Lores and Balloon Boy, the spear online for Lores once again. Balloon Boy going over to pick up a pair of blasters, and they are on their prime weapons almost the entire game so far.
A little bit of a misinput there on the side of Balloon Boy. Went down light into neutral light. There are true follow-ups that he could have done, and he does them almost every other time.
He light into side air. That's a dodge getting called out there from Balloon Boy. Another nair coming out. Balloon Boy with the weapon toss, very smart, putting an end to that juggle state. And another weapon's there. If either player chooses to swap over, the down tick does get whip punished with the side light. And that's a big pop there with the Balloon Boy signature. Not enough to KO, looking for the GCD light, doesn't get it there. End light as well, and Lores trying to fight back unarmed, but Balloon Boy gets the GCD light, gets the side air, and 1 hit away from ending this game. D-Light gets dodged from Lores.
Good dodge, good movement from Lores. He's over to the spear. Comes up with a nair. Yeah, he was looking for another nair. Balloon Boy able to stop that with that weapon toss down.
Weapon toss goes a little bit too wide. D-Light into side air, and Balloon Boy takes game number 1 after Lores was 1 hit away from taking the first stock. Balloon Boy reversals with a ground pound and a chase dodge up to make it back. And ever since then, Balloon Boy's been in control, at least in terms of the momentum in this game 1. We'll see the reset of momentum, hopefully for Lores in game 2, if you're in the Lores camp. But that was so crucial for Balloon Boy.
Yeah, I mean, that was, if you were looking at the top right when that happened, Lores was like maybe in the orange. He had like at least half a stock left that he could have played out, and that would have been such a good advantage going to those second stocks. But now we're here, game number 2.
Side light down air from Balloon Boy, 3-4 piece pick with GC downline into 2 side airs now, and Lores with sweat beats coming out. Balloon Boy with a side air, 1 hit away. Lores will make it back and immediately dodges as Balloon Boy puts so much damage onto Lores on these splashers, going for the signature there, does not find it, and the pogo comes out from Lores as he's trying to flip the situation, but he puts himself back in the corner right where Balloon Boy wants him. Nair there, looking for that juggle, doesn't get much more than a nair. Pogo into nair though, and Lores back in this game. D-Light into side air, now Balloon Boy off stage on the left side, and Lores looking for the pogo. The nair beats it out barely. Nair continues the juggle though, and Balloon Boy with a side air disarms Lores and finally gives him control once again.
Lores currently unarmed. Right side, Balloon Boy just needs to hit that side air, and that's going to be Balloon Boy with the advantage.
And that's a big lead there. Last time Balloon Boy got a lead in game number 1, it was off the back of a Lores mistake. This time, Balloon Boy controls his own fate in this game. D-Light into side air. Lores now looking for that N-Sig, does not find that KO. He's avoiding it entirely. It comes out fast and it's scary, but Balloon Boy is probably going to be very prepared for that one. Another signature coming out there. That time the side stick doesn't connect, and that's a big reversal with an air. Recovery not connecting, and Lores now dropping these signatures on the blasters. N-Sig trying to end the stock, but a D-Light into recovery will close out that stock for Lores.
That really felt desperate on the side of Lores. He was throwing out so many heavy moves. Really wanted to finish that stock off of Balloon Boy, but instead gave Balloon Boy so many opportunities to keep that damage lead.
D-Light coming out there, side air, and like ground pound coming out from Lores, and Balloon Boy in prime form, controlling his own destiny right here, right now, as he has a stock lead, and he's earned it in this game. And like into down air, waiting for another one there. Lores doesn't give the dodge, but has Balloon Boy in a bad spot. Third hit of Pogo connecting, but that's the GC sig from Balloon Boy, and he gets himself right back into it as he has the ledge to Lores once again. Recovery will not KO from coast to coast, but Balloon Boy in a great spot to take the stock as Lores has had no answers in stock number 2.
Nice attempt there from Balloon Boy. Was expecting Lores to jump after that whiff. Wasn't able to catch him with that recovery. Lores starting to find his way back into this one. Damage evened up a little bit. Signature not going to connect.
Letting the N6 fly as much as possible, trying to catch Balloon Boy lacking off stage. Able to line up one there. No, just a reversal on the weapon toss. Balloon Boy was kind of drifting away and fading away in that stock, but he's able to snap back into it and keep this stock lead going. Lores has that spear online though, and we've seen these signatures do side sig, down sig, even an end sig as an anti-air can easily close out this stock and bring it to last.
There's that signature, the down signature, like you said. It is going to be that evener. He's likely going to be sticking with the spear. So far, the game plan for Lores seems to be do all the work with the spear, and maybe if you have to, go over to the blasters for the KO.
More nairs and down airs. Lores finally gets on the ground and punishes Balloon Boy for that whiff with a D-Light. Side light checking the landing, and Lores has found a newfound home, maybe no comfort in that home on the left side of the stage because Balloon Boy has ushered him there at the beginning of every one of these stocks, but a down sig changes the script here. Looking for the pogo, the down air, or the nair comes out. The nair comes out from Lores though, and that's a big missed dodge there as the GC D-Light does not connect. Balloon Boy flips it again, looking for the D-Sig here on the landing. Maybe no, just a side light and an end light, and looking for this juggle. That's the down sig, and Balloon Boy takes the game. I saw it earlier in the stock with Balloon Boy, much more patient than I, waits for the second chance to land and punishes it perfectly with a D-Sig.
Yeah, Balloon Boy was definitely cooking something. You saw Lores burning so much movement, floating around, trying to get Balloon Boy to act so that he can get back onto the stage. But Balloon Boy waited patiently, and the second Lores started to come down, throws out that down signature, perfect to get right over the corner.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Get a 3-2-1 brawl, I'm sure. Red Mafia is so excited to see Balloon Boy confirm this podium. He just needs one more game. Lores now has to do this in reverse 3-0 fashion in order to come back into this one. And keep the same map pick, same legend pick as well. A 3-piece from Lores there on the blaster. Balloon Boy with an end light landing side air from Lores. Keeps him in this game in terms of the damage right now, but that whiff side air will get punished with a nair. And Balloon Boy just so good at immediately swapping from that very defensive movement play style to now it's time for me to hit buttons. Nair, end light comes out there after the nair, no connection. GC D-Light as well. Balloon Boy just throwing out these blaster hitboxes. Lores finally picks up a spear and gets a bit of an end light, but again, he's stuck putting himself in the corner so much.
Okay, does manage to stack up onto Balloon Boy, gets him with 2 neutral airs. Balloon Boy, no panic dodges, instead stays above.
Oh,
good pogo into the side air there. Can Lores finish this one off?
Ooh. That D-Sig, I mean, I feel like that's like the evolution of the unarmed breakdance there,
Nice.
but so strong there. The D-Light into recovery. We'll find that stock anyway. Got a little worried when he whipped that D-Sig, but is able to clean it up.
Yeah, Balloon Boy was playing that really smart, stayed below that one. Lores gonna try to push his advantage here. Went for a down signature. Some quick extra damage if it connects.
And like Pogo's Lores keeping himself in this game here. Keeping himself in the set, I should say. D-Light into side air will not connect as Balloon Boy gets the gravity cancel out in time. A little bit more signature, just immediate whiff side light there. Very deep down light puts him off stage, but Balloon Boy unable to capitalize with an edge guard. But he has a weapon advantage here, so a ground pound and down air is very potent problems for Lores as the exclamation points come out. GC D-Light into side air, and Balloon Boy with the patience to bait 3 times that he was going to go off stage. Doesn't go off stage any of those times, refreshes the resources, jump D-Light side air to cover the landing. So patient from Balloon Boy.
All right, Lores back in it though, picks up a spear. Has that slight advantage, and he needs to keep it if he wants to continue this set. Neutral light. Lores with the dodge up. Nice punish with that side sig. That comes out so fast.
I mean, being able to react to the first pop of the blaster's end light with a signature that almost KO'd and definitely disarmed, very strong option. Looking for this D-Sig. Balloon Boy knew it though. D-Light into the weapon pickup there, but it's unfortunate. And somehow Lores drops his punish. D-Sig comes out side air from Balloon Boy, and Lores throws his weapon away. Ground pound. GC D-Light into recovery will not KO on Demon Island, and Balloon Boy forfeits his blasters away as well. And Lores with a spear online throws it away, trying to catch a landing. Again, that's been a motif of the set so far. Nair coming out for Balloon Boy, looking for this juggle. Blasters on the side of Lores right now. Side air comes out, almost enough to KO, but not quite coast to coast. And Lores just one hit away. Balloon Boy needs to work a little bit harder into the weapon toss. Picks up the bow with a D-Sig, punishes the wake-up option from Lores. Weapon toss goes in. The breakdown sends it
Still
to the
alive.
It's not over yet, though. Balloon Boy going a little too low, but the recovery comes out, and he has control of both weapons now, and a signature to KO, looking for something there. The D-Light was not enough, but that unarmed side air still not enough to KO. Both of them in contention for it, and Lores will win that bout for the second stock being taken with that recovery.
Now this is Lores' opportunity. He needs as much extra credit as he can get. The spot dodge from Balloon Boy. Lores has only gotten a down light. Throws away the spear. Doesn't even want the weapon.
That's so crazy to me. Just wanting to go for more extra credit. Maybe didn't want to burn that spear, but Balloon Boy will definitely take those as we go to game 3. Last stock, Balloon Boy 1 away from podiuming for sure at midseason here.
Good dodge through on the side of Balloon Boy. Keeping this one close. Flores, he's not wanting to throw out too many attacks here.
Nair's coming in out now, and he waits until it's his terms, man. Like, Balloon Boy jumps and he starts finally throwing out those Nairs. D-Light into Cider, anti-airing Balloon Boy, and Loras right now has so much strength here. The Pogo comes out, Balloon Boy, one more option. Recovery gets a disarm as well, and Loras needs one more Pogo. Can he find it here? He does not. Balloon Boy mixing it up with the down air into the wall. The recovery comes out, avoids it, doesn't dodge through that Pogo. The weapon toss goes a little bit too far wide. The breakdance comes out, down air into the wall. Balloon Boy makes it back to the stage one more time. Loras with a D-Light does not make it, but it does not get the connection there either, but the recovery will close it out, and Loras with a little bit of theatrics there at the right side of the wall is able to close out that game with the recovery.
I mean, we talked about how good his Pogos have been in the past. They were struggling a little bit against Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy was doing such a good job stopping them with the Blaster's neutral air, but that time Loras made the adjustments that he needed, caught him after, I believe it was a recovery to start it off, and then disarmed Balloon Boy and kept that pressure going.
I'm so shocked that Balloon Boy was unable to flip that situation on the right side. I really thought he was going to find a way to gimp, but nonetheless, we go to game 4. Loras needs to win 2 more here. Balloon Boy just won in the same time.
We're at the neutral line. Reaches a little bit further there in favor of Balloon Boy.
Movement so far. Balloon Boy very smart here, realizing that Loras is catching his jump center stage with those Nairs, starting to jump himself in the corner to not get called out on that jump startup. Right now, not really working too much. D6 comes down there from Balloon Boy, very clutch.
All right, comes down fast enough, gets that downlight into the Cider, swaps over to the Blasters. Might be looking for a downlight into the recovery, but Balloon Boy is gonna have a bow.
Cider from Loras. Balloon Boy 1 hit away from getting KO'd if it's a D-Light into recovery or Cider on the right side of the wall. Stage, I should say. D-Light into Nair coming out. Balloon Boy with the juggles now, and Loras, D-Light into the recovery, will find that KO, and Balloon Boy gets a bit more damage at the end of that stock, but not enough to take the first stock as Loras gets first strike in game 4.
A little bit of patience on the side of Loras, wants to disarm Balloon Boy as long as possible, so he's trying to delay that weapon spawn, and he's also priming a spear. Gonna be looking for some extra credit here. Hits the down signature. Gravity canceled on top of the weapon spawn as Balloon Boy was coming in.
Toss up. The juggles continue with the GC sidelight, trying to cover a dodge to center stage from Balloon Boy. Won't find it, but I like the read, and I like the willingness from Loras to go for those options. D-Light into recovery will not KO. Oh, sorry, it will KO as it's Balloon Boy finding it there. The crowd with a little pop on that stock take. And Balloon Boy still in this game, and still, I mean, again, if he somehow squeaks out this game, is moving on into winners finals.
Yeah, he's making sure he maintains pace alongside Loras. They're running a marathon, and he's keeping this one close. Loras still holding on to the Blasters.
Great pickup from Balloon Boy, realizing it's a very deep D-Light to get the recovery easily, even off the gravity cancel. Downer coming out from Balloon Boy, and I don't think we've seen a Blaster's Mirror so far, but I definitely have to say that it's going to go in the favor of Balloon Boy. I think Loras realizing it there too, because Balloon Boy had 6 unanswered hits in the Blaster's Mirror, will drop the Blasters for a spear, and now Loras just needs a signature to close out the stock. D-Light into Cider will set up a great position for him now, as Pogo separate him from this stock. The recovery will disarm Balloon Boy instead, and the Blasters just need to D-Light into recovery to close out this one. D-Sig does not connect.
Still has that weapon advantage, goes for a ground pound on the center stage. Balloon Boy able to punish. No signatures thrown out from Loras just yet.
It's a Cider with no dodges. Balloon Boy tried to GC a D-Light there. That's the weapon toss and 1 hit away, but the very end of the recovery. D-Light into recovery from Balloon Boy will not KO, but he keeps himself in this game. Loras dodges in the direction of the big smoke cloud on the signature, but does not find it there, and the recovery will close out that stock as Balloon Boy had 2 very, very close calls, or I should say Loras had close calls there. It's not over yet, though.
Definitely was a dangerous situation if he dodged wrong around that neutral signature, but a recovery keeps it even now. Balloon Boy, pick a weapons, it's gonna be the Blasters.
Loras and Balloon, the down air comes out there. It's the Blaster Mirror again, and Balloon Boy will welcome it. If I'm Loras, I definitely don't want to see this, because right now Balloon Boy 3 unanswered hits in this stock. Loras unable to find anything on the Blasters. Player D-Light off the down air into the side air from Loras. He answers back in a big way.
Immediately throws it away, though. You know he's more comfortable with that spear. That's what he wants.
Ooh. Right into the end stick. That's big for Balloon Boy. Just 1 hit away now. If you can find some sort of way to continue this edge guard, cannot find it as Loras was able to make it back. The weapon toss will actually work that time at catching the landing, and it's very close. That's going to go a little too far wide, but punishes GC D-Light with an unarmed air. Picks up Blasters, and again, Loras will have to throw those Blasters away to pick up a spear.
Oh, but he's okay. He gets past Balloon Boy, able to get over to that spear. So far, Loras has just been getting weapon tosses at best. Goes low this time.
Oh, that sends off stage. Balloon Boy just needs to find something here. Cannot find it though, and Loras disarms him. That's enough. The recovery. It's not enough. It's so close now.
Jump side air, down sig connects, Balloon Boy, right side.
And the GCD light turnaround from Loris, and he clutches it out as Balloon Boy goes for a high recovery. Loris knows exactly, so smart. He feints that he's covering a low recovery with that edge guard option, but it then turns around with a GCD light anti-air, catches the high landing from Balloon Boy as he had no more resources and gets the recovery after the fact. Loris clutches it out and forces game 5.
You're spot on with that. I mean, Laura's time and time again, he's been going for those pogos, and occasionally he'll go for down there and go for a recovery, but that time read the movement, had conditioned Balloon Boy to go high, and caught him with that gravity cancel down light. That's going to force this game 5 situation.
Laura's a player that's always so poised, but they're showing so much emotion. And I know it doesn't look like a lot of emotion, but to see it from Laura's, that sigh of relief and that realization that he really clutched at that game. As ReeMex sends us to game 5, we got a 3-2-1 brawl, and we're in this game now. Game 5, Balloon Boy and Laura is looking to fight for a podium, guaranteed podium placement here at midseason 2026.
We're going to find out who is going to be going up against Ahmet. The winner of this will be that challenger. Balloon Boy gets a landing, doesn't get the follow-up side air. Laura is trying to play some offstage unarmed.
You see kind of like the difference in the style from Loris compared to other South Americans. He goes for recoveries there to rack up damage and doesn't really want to play that gambling game with those downers and ground pounds. Ooh. That's a big pickup there. Sidelight into NSIG. Balloon Boy with the anti-air. The side air comes out, and Balloon Boy with a huge lead on the back of a pair of blasters, and he'll keep them there. His first strike in game 5 goes to Balloon Boy.
I feel like Balloon Boy has been getting a lot better at hitting that neutral signature on Loris, recognizing when Loris wants to do that dodge up.
Whoa.
What?
Oh, the GCD light into side airs. Will Loris fish in? Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Balloon Boy will take that momentum to get to the other side of the stage. D-light into side air. It's not over yet, but Balloon Boy is going for it all right now. He smells blood in the water. He knows that this lead, that this stock right here will confirm his spot on the podium, and Loris is scrambling for something. Side light, the D-light goes the wrong way. The side air from Balloon Boy will reversal, and he just needs this stock right now to go up 3 stocks to 1 versus the former midseason champion.
Oh, good catch there from Laura. Is going to get that stock count evened up a little bit. Laura's, though, still hurting. Balloon Boy needs maybe one good read, and then he can go for the KO.
D-light into side air. Laura's still in this game. The side air will send Laura's off stage, and Balloon Boy with the bow. He's shown that he's willing to go for the D-lights at the wall there. That's going to be a side air. No KO. GC side light goes the wrong direction. Laura's does not have time to reversal, though. Even in that high damage, Nair comes out there as well. Gets a whip on his side light. Ushers Balloon Boy off stage. Laura's picks up a spear, but that's the recovery, and Balloon Boy one more stock to get into winners finals, taking out the former midseason champion.
He wants to stop the reverse 3 that has been happening here. He's been doing so good with the blasters here, but he still has one more stock to get through.
D-light into the recovery from Balloon Boy. Starts off this extra credit bout. Sider comes out. Laura's just D-light into Sider, looking to get the recovery there. Does find it. Just throws that one away. Wants the spear, yeah.
Ooh, the dodge down, but Laura is not going to react in time. Ooh, misses the falling stare. Got the dodge.
Double D-light into the recovery, got the dodge exactly. And we go to last stock, game 5. 3 hits of extra credit for Balloon Boy to take down the mid-season champion of 2025. Balloon Boy wants to do it so bad, but so does Loris. He wants to redeem that 2v2 spot, and right now he's doing just that. A 3-piece unanswered Loris with the end light there. Balloon Boy scrambling to find a landing. GCD light into the recovery will break the mold, and we got a game here. It's so close here.
It's so close. Laura's able to pick up a spear. Falling there. Balloon Boy not able to stack up for his own. Ooh, okay. Soft punish, downlight into the side air.
Side light waiting. Loris burns the dodge early. Balloon Boy does not pull the trigger on an edge guard. D-light coming out. Oh, GCD light. D-sig.
He's still alive.
Enough it is. Balloon Boy clutches it out, punishing the GCD light from Loris, and gets the DC turnaround D-sig to close out that stock, and Balloon Boy guarantees a podium placement and moves on into winners finals.
Insane play on the side of Balloon Boy. Something he had not shown the entirety of that set, but that time he full commits with what would be a risky play, burning the dodge for the gravity cancel down signature, but it connects and it KOs Balloon Boy. Gonna guarantee a podium here at the midseason championship.
I mean, we're gonna find out. Like I said, never fought each other before in tournaments, so they're learning just like us. But we're gonna get into it right now. Flambo, let's go, baby.
Okay, man, we're starting it off with winners finals here at the mid-season championships. Looks like Ahmet's gonna be the one to get the first set of weapons. Has those gauntlets. Balloon Boy equipped with his signature blasters on the Diana, ready to make history.
You see the movement already from Balloon Boy, trying to work those aerials, just sliding those down airs in. retreating off stage a little bit, trying to stay out of the way of those gauntlets. There we go, gonna poke away again with another Sarah, but Ahmet gonna try to go, and what? The recovery's gonna connect already. Sweat beads are out, but Ahmet's able to come back down the stage. It was not enough to knock out yet. Just now in a light orange. Balloon Boy being very careful at center stage. We're playing some footsies in neutral, Flambeau.
Yeah, doing a great job here. Disarms Ahmet with that side air. Is gonna go ahead, dash, and pick up that orb. This orb has been terrorizing everyone has come up against all day, using the active frames of that end light to push Balloon Boy into the corner. He's looking for that final D-light to get the stock, but Ahmet's making it so difficult and almost gets the stock himself with that recovery.
They called out that spot really, really well and got some good punish off of it. Balloon Boy fighting back unarmed though, has the bow in hand. Okay, the neutral light's gonna connect. Who is gonna be the first to strike in game number 1? It's not gonna be a Met yet, but he can get the pressure over on the right side. Balloon Boy does not make a backup recovery. We'll finish it off, and Balloon Boy is the first to fall to second stock.
Okay, but not trailing behind by too much here. He's gonna be looking for that weapon. Maybe even get an unarmed D-light. Nope, gets the unarmed side air, has the blasters in hand. Again, the side air pushes Ahmet into the corner, takes that first stock, and we're right back to even yet again, Sloma.
Right back where we started, Flambeau for sure, except Ahmet does not have a weapon, able to get the gauntlets dropped right there for him. Balloon Boy some more damage in the air, coming back down with the floating dare, but couldn't get the second one. That one's gonna connect. Is he gonna get some more? A little extra credit? No, Ahmet's gonna stay out of the way of the neutral light, get a 3-piece of his own, take him all the way up to the top.
Okay, Balloon Boy trying to get something started here. Good little side air, but needs to rack on more damage. Ahmet is slowly pulling ahead here. We need another sequence from Balloon Boy to make this feel a little bit closer. Ahmet in that D-light recovery range now, going to be fishing for that final blow. Nice retaliation from Balloon Boy. Picks up the blasters yet again. Good damage with the D-lights there as well, but that should be a punish. No, Ahmet too slow to pull the trigger.
Well, Ahmet's doing a very good job calling out these side lights from Balloon Boy, being able to just hover behind him, get the hesitation, and punish him very easily. But the down light into recovery, not quite enough to get the top of Small Worlds in.
All right, now basically one hit for either of these players to go ahead and convert. Balloon Boy goes for a read with the side light into the end sig, but it's not going to connect. Has to make it back to the stage. Off the wall, has to fade away. The weapon throw pushes Balloon Boy even further, but the exhaustive recovery gives him the horizontal momentum he needs, and he turns it around with the recovery of his own and takes the penultimate stock off of Ahmet here in game 1.
It is absolutely crazy to me how Balloon Boy is just always able to find a way back. Oh no! Come out, the recovery's gonna go ahead and connect. Gonna continue the lead here. He's pulling away as he continues to get some more damage on Ahmet's last stock. Coming back with it, trying to catch some sort of lane. I thought I'd see the Nair come out, but the Sarah is gonna go ahead and get rid of that second stock of Balloon Boy. We're all tied up on stock count.
Okay, and Ahmet's actually going to elect to go for the gauntlets here, going into the final stock of Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy does manage to pick up some blasters, but not without taking a good chunk of damage. Trying to hit Ahmet. Ahmet has him in the corner. The gauntlet's best spot. Going for the edge guard, goes for a double ground pound. The turnaround from Balloon Boy with a weapon throw keeps him alive. But for how much longer as Ahmet is trying to build this momentum? Balloon Boy finding these little windows to counter poke, and it's working. We're keeping the damage relatively even here.
He is. Ooh, let it go with that side sig. Not a big punish though from Met though, sending him up in the air. Met couldn't catch a landing. There it is, baby. That's gonna be enough. The bottom 45 secures it, and Balloon Boy goes up 1-0.
Balloon Boy has been so pinpoint with those down sigs today. We've seen across the top 8 has been able to close out multiple games with a well-timed Diana down sig right over the lip of the stage, always spaced perfectly enough that never leads to a ground bounce either, sends them straight to the blast zone and gives them the W.
Man, Balloon Boy better be careful coming into game number 2 though, because if you look at the stat line, Ahmet did outwork him. 541 damage off the Petra, 509 off the Diana.
That's true, but you gotta work smart, not hard.
That's right, that's right. See if he's gonna be able to continue that on, or if Ahmet has got some rebuttal here and gonna try and tie us up into game number 3. We're going right back to Small Worlds in, same legends, same battlefield.
Yeah, I can't blame the viewer vote. I mean, we were looking at this saying, we don't really know who's going to come out on top, and for good reason. We saw how close that first game was, but now it's up to Ahmet to put a little bit of retaliation on the board. There was a moment there toward the end of that first game where it felt like Balloon Boy was kind of pulling away a little bit. We're going to see if that same thing happens here, but once again, the damage is even. Balloon Boy tacking on so much pressure. I can never compliment enough how pinpoint he is with these blasters. It's a very hard weapon to use. You can't miss off it.
No, blasters, I mean, me personally, it's very hard to be consistent on. See if he's going to be able to come off the side of the stage. Going to put the pressure, just lay down the D-Light. Amet runs right through it, catches him with a neutral light of his own, disarms Bloom Boy. Thought he was going to let the ground pound go, but he decided to be a little safe. Ooh, winded up the neutral sig, and that's going to hit Bloom Boy right in the chin and take him up off the top.
Yeah, it's one of those moves that you can never always be ready for. It's so fast, so potent. Balloon Boy trying to get the equalizer, maybe trying to force the issue a little bit too hard, but we're going to see how much extra credit Amet can build, goes above, doesn't have the resources, gets forced out of a dodge a little bit earlier than I think he wanted to, and that stopped him from being able to recover. So good job from Balloon Boy to go ahead and throw that one out.
Absolutely, keeping things nice and even. Met looking for the opener, got one single side light with a nair. Oh no, finish it up, wait a second. Balloon Boy lets the weapon drop, come back down the stage. Couldn't catch a side light. Amet's doing so good, staying out of the hitbox of those and punishing them almost every single time. Again, peeling him off the side of the stage. Recovery from Balloon Boy. He needs to get some damage on the second stock of Amet.
Yeah, it's looking real rough for Balloon Boy right now. Amet going down there with the recovery, and then that end light's gonna seal the deal, looking way more confident in this second game. Balloon Boy hasn't really been able to hit his stride.
No, we haven't seen a whole lot out of the Triple B in this game number 2. Met's kind of been running the show here. Balloon Boy, though, finally we're seeing some life out of those blasters, but as soon as I stay, Met is right back, just throwing hands with those gauntlets. There we go. D-Light into recovery, not enough to confirm off the top of Small World's end. Balloon Boy still fighting to secure the second stock.
Looking for something there, was hoping to get a cheeky side tick to bring things back, but it's not working out. Balloon Boy is getting tossed around the stage. More end lights from Amet. This is looking harder and harder to come back from. Already in the red, Amet looking for that final blow, tries to get the D-Light to convert to the N-Sig, but it's not gonna work, and Balloon Boy takes the little runway he gets to try to convert into something, but still has this and another stock to get through slow-mo.
I mean, we've seen him do some crazy stuff over the past couple years. But this one's rough. He's gonna have to play a perfect stock against this Petra. And so far, that is already not perfect, Flambeau.
Hey, it's all right, man. You are playing Diana. You get one good little setup. Down sig, side sig, end sig. Pick one, and it might be all you need. That's a great start. Tries to go for the Hail Mary. Does not work. Amet keeps it simple. Pummels Balloon Boy yet again. And then goes ahead and ties up the set 1-1. This has been an incredibly close fight so far.
Yeah, the damage numbers again. Amet coming out about 125 more damage output than Balloon Boy in that game number 2. Balloon only had 227 off the blasters, found 160 off the bow. Just could not really get any offense going, especially early in the game. He was starting to get a little success there when he was on his final stock, but by then it is too little too late. You just got to go next.
Now we're gonna see we have been sticking with the same stage the entire time. Back to Small World's End. They're keeping it up close and personal. Great start for Balloon Boy as well, getting a little bit of a read, a little bit of extra damage there to boot. But Amet has been doing such a good job of finding these openings, coming in with those dash up end lights, and then really tacking on some extra bits of damage.
We're having a fantastic stock here for Balloon Boy, just playing patient, getting his little 1-2s in, coming down with another dare, but Amet trying to let those dares fly off the gauntlet, staying out of the way. The down light catches the nair. Wait a second. Side light connects as well. Balloon Boy retreats off the side of the stage. Amet misses the stair. Oh no, the nair grabs the Balloon Boy at the very bottom. But now he's in the position he can punish the Amet. And he does. And he converts the stock Flambeau.
I don't know what happened over there. It looked like he had the right idea, then he got a little bit too low, and Balloon Boy saw the opportunity and carpe diem, right? He seized the day and made sure he got that stock. And now at this point, we have a bit of a lead for Balloon Boy, and he's running away with it. Already has Amet in the yellow, and you know the bow is a great weapon for racking up damage, but Amet not trying to let that happen for too much longer, pushes Balloon Boy into the corner, looking for that final blow. That's going to be a punish, but it's not going to be the stock. Great fastball from Balloon Boy to get under the weapon throw, but yet again that dash up end light has been such a strong boon in the corner of Amet.
Amet so impressed the way he's able just to keep this close. I mean, Balloon Boy came out so explosive at the beginning of this game, and Amet just makes it look like there wasn't even any elite there. Okay, another side light's gonna go ahead and connect. Reaches up with the nair, but Balloon Boy's there for it that time. D-Light in recovery, tried to go ahead and pepper it off with a gravity cancel neutral sig, but nobody was home.
Yeah, just no one at the door, but I mean, honestly, good for Amet, because I think he needs to kind of slow down Balloon Boy a bit here. And he's doing a decent job so far of trying to equalize some of the damage, but at this point, Balloon Boy one good conversion away from getting the stock, tries to go for a gravity cancel down sig, and Amet almost makes him pay for it with his stock there. Uh-oh.
Amet's very brave, going down low underneath those blasters.
Whoa. Okay, cheeky out from Balloon Boy there, but seems to work out in the grand scheme of things. Now we're basically tied up, so I think Ahmed actually did everything that he needed to do this stock. Even if he loses it now, you know, one conversion, we'll be right back at it.
Yeah, no matter who is able to confirm here, the extra credit is going to be very, very important. Balloon Boy getting a little ambitious over there off the right side. Doesn't seem to have any success from it. Ahmed has a power play here as he does have gauntlets in hand. Balloon Boy, though, strapped back up with the blasters, trying to make something happen here in the center stage. Sarah will get it done, and that puts Ahmed on his final stock of game number 3.
Let's see how long Balloon Boy can hang on to this one, though. Ahmed dashing in, tries to get the unarmed D-Light, gets in air instead. Looking for one sidelight to close it out. Wow, again, Balloon Boy with the ground pound. The cheeky option, Ahmed not ready for it, bouncing on top of his head, but he still needs that final blow, and N-Light will probably be the name of the game again. I feel like Ahmed's gotten most of his KOs from that dash of N-Light. You can see the way he's kind of fishing below Balloon Boy. Wow, falls into that N-Light. Balloon Boy trying to space him out, but the side light could come as well. He's gonna probably have to go for a gravity cancel D-Light. That's what I'm guessing here.
It's definitely trying to fish out something here.
Ooh, that works too.
Yeah, that's going to go ahead and send all the way down to that bottom 45. And now we were all tied up. There's only about a 35-40 damage differential here between Balloon Boy and Ahmed. So it is going to come down to these last couple interactions on the final stock. And this is all to have the advantage to going into game number 4.
Yeah. Let's see, Balloon Boy holding the corner here. A lot of pressure, and we have to remember this is final stock Diana. Those SIGs are particularly potent right now. There it is. He shows his hand a little bit too early. Ahmed could sniff it and manages to wade his way around it. But now Balloon Boy still putting on this pressure. I mean, at this point, the damage deficit is starting to be felt as Ahmed is in the red. Balloon Boy is going to be fishing for the final blow.
Yeah, but Ahmed is piloting Petra. She hits like an absolute freight train as he's trying to make his way back up. Wait, the dare might be enough. Pushes him all the way down. Ahmed does find a trail to get back up on the small world's end. Balloon Boy laying down the gravity cancel D-Light. Uh-oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Ahmed, are we going to see the ground pound? We do! Hit him again. Balloon Boy.
Perfect coverage from Ahmed there. Balloon Boy trying to get tricky with the recovery. He goes for the weapon throw instead of the blaster's recovery to try to mix up the timing and also have less end lag, but it doesn't matter. Ahmed is forever patient and manages to hold his poise and secure that game number 3.
Yeah, being able to have the strength from that Petra, and I mean, gauntlets and orb, I mean, you cannot go wrong. Back-to-back ground pound, was able to go around the weapon throw from Balloon Boy, played it absolutely perfectly. Ahmed, like I said, playing out of his mind this weekend. See if he can close it out and send Balloon Boy packing down to the elimination side.
Yeah, set point for Ahmed here, wants to be in the grand finals, guaranteed top 2. Balloon Boy obviously wanting it as well, but he's gonna have to work a little bit harder for it now because look at the way that Ahmed's starting things off here, putting a lot of pressure with these gauntlets off stage. Balloon Boy doesn't want to be there, immediately gets back onto the stage and picks up a pair of blasters. And hold on the ground pound, he stuffs out the recovery, and that's a very strong lead for Balloon Boy in game 4.
I mean, we've seen this before though, Flambeau. Every time Balloon Boy has got a big lead like that, Ahmed is able to bring it right back to keep things close. So we're gonna have to see what Balloon Boy is gonna be able to do on this extra credit situation. Sidelight Sayer, that's some big damage. He gets that first stock right there, catches a nair into Sayer, looking for another one. Ahmed needs to get back up on stage, but Balloon Boy laying down the coverage, able to sneak on through to catch them with a D-Light. There we go, neutral light. Oh, the down air just barely missing.
Okay, and here comes Balloon Boy trying to shark kind of inside of Ahmed to see if he can maybe set up for those grab cancel D-Lights, but it's not going to work as Ahmed finds the stock right there with the recovery. And considering how kind of early Balloon Boy was able to get the first stock off Ahmed did not take a whole lot of damage.
No, that's what I'm saying. We've seen this time and time again, and here it is. That whole stock, that lead's completely gone. We got everything tied back up. Balloon Boy starting. Wait a second. He's starting to go ahead and chew away at this one on the second stock of Ahmed. Nice down air from Ahmed to go ahead and get a little more damage onto the second stock, but Balloon Boy definitely pulling away on this one.
Okay, the pummeling from these down airs going over and over and over again. Balloon Boy having a bit of a tough time trying to find an opening here on Ahmed as well. It's hard to be pinpoint with these blasters for long sets like these, but he's trying, looking for maybe a downlight. Does it the wrong way. Huge opportunity for Ahmed to get a punish. 4 hits unanswered now as Balloon Boy is slowly but surely starting to crumble a little bit, I feel, in this game 4.
It is. He's starting to feel these gauntlets for sure. Ahmed has been just juggling him up in the air with these powerful Petra attacks, trying to lay down the neutral light, but Balloon Boy shut that one down with the serve. Staying out of the way of the neutral sig that time. That would have hurt. That would have been the stop.
Oh! Okay,
right, there we go. We'll take that.
I don't know how we found the turnaround there. That was an extremely scary situation. Got the perfect timing on the dodge and was in the perfect spacing to get the side air to retaliate as well. So yet again, a lead for Balloon Boy, but as you've been mentioning, Slow-Mo, he's been having such a tough time, but that's a huge chunk of damage that just happened to Ahmet right there. Gotta be feeling much better for Balloon Boy. Look at that. That's like 7 unanswered hits. The side air goes for the NC to close it out. It doesn't connect, but he still has the momentum. Ahmet not getting a chance to play the game right now, finally finding a hit, but is it too late?
I don't know. I mean, Ahmet, if he buckles down and plays perfect, that's a good start right there. That's a good start right there for Ahmet as he juggles. Is he gonna stay on the? He's gonna
keep those gauntlets,
yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Just get him off stage one time. That's all it takes for Ahmet. Get him off stage one time.
Get him
Balloon
off
Boy,
stage.
don't let it happen.
Get him off stage, get one dodge read, and it could be over. Balloon Boy playing very smart, staying right smack dab in the middle.
Ooh!
Get
away from there, Balloon Boy!
No, he immediately retreats back. Very smart play from Balloon Boy. Sidelight is going to connect from Ahmet. Balloon Boy tried to punish him, but could not catch it with his. There we go. Sarah connects. Swap back over the blasters. Sarah fade away and tied up. Say it with me, Flambeau. We're going to game 5.
Whoa, we're going to game number 5 in winners finals here. These two competitors are pushing each other to the absolute brink. I was scared there for Balloon Boy for a second there, man. Ahmet pushed him off stage, and I was like, all it takes is one ground pound, one neutral air on a recovery, and that's your stock. But Balloon Boy was able to stand resolute. Look at Bread Mafia popping off, man. This is gonna be a crazy game 5.
No, it is. If you really think about all the game 5s you've had, I don't got time to break it down. We're just gonna get into the next game. We'll yap about it later. All right, Ahmet's gonna go ahead and get the orb. Starting in center stage, Balloon Boy, right on the blasters. This is what they both wanted.
Nice.
Right to work with the recovery. Try to get a little nair at the end, but the ground pound will work.
Okay, now let's see. Ahmet once again pushing Balloon Boy into the corner. We played the entire set on this one stage right here, and we're gonna see if maybe they end up regretting that choice a little bit, but so far they've both been able to win. They've been able to push to game 5. The neutral set from Balloon Boy, a crosshair, and then the recovery to close out the first stock. Look how healthy Balloon Boy stock is here.
Absolutely, and I hate to say it again, but we have seen this before, Flambeau. We have got him. He's got to be calm.
This man.
He's got to be calm.
He got full fiber. He's eating his vegetables. He's looking healthy, man. I think Balloon Boy's in a real good spot. Ahmet, you got to turn it up, man.
Drank his whole cup of milk, huh?
Oh, he's blasting him. He's got infinite bullets, man. He is not afraid to just pull that trigger on them blasters.
He's just now an orange on his opening stock. Ahmet got caught with the dare. This could be huge. Oh, so smart.
Balloon Boy!
10,000 IQ, waiting for him to come back up, not taking the obvious knockout option, taking the smart knockout option.
Oh, he is running away with this. Ahmet, do you have an answer for this? Because Balloon Boy looks like he's pretty poised to go ahead and have a potential shot at the throne here. Ahmet trying to slow things down, still has a fairly healthy final stock, but he has to burn through all 3 of Balloon Boys. And Balloon Boy almost gets the cheeky turnaround. Imagine if that knocked out Slow.
Oh, man. Imagine. There we go. Finally, 7-1. Finally, we get the rebuttal from Ahmet there to finally send Balloon Boy onto his second stock. But it's looking real good for the Triple B right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at this momentum he has going on here. Probably going to represent a SIG fairly soon. Throws the weapon straight up, picks it up. Ahmet able to combo off of the chase. If he got that sideline, would have been able to get a cheeky exhaustive recovery afterward, I'm sure, and that would have been the stock, but not going to work out for Ahmet. Gonna have to find another opportunity. This edge guard looks like it might be it. No dodge on Balloon Boy for a while, and Ahmet closes out the edge guard. We're going to final stock, game 5.
Man, Ahmet playing absolutely out of his mind. He was down 1 stock to 3. He's got the stock count, but he's got the stock count tied back up. Balloon Boy, you better figure it out. Fight back, Triple B.
Tries to go for the recovery to close it out cheekily. It's not going to work. Ahmet turned up, but that should be the game. The delay recovery, and Balloon Boy has blasted his ticket into the grand final.
It is
guaranteed top 2.
Okay, Flambeau, we're not going to look at that.
Do you know what 4 to 20 is, man? You know how many times 4 goes into the number 20, man?
Couple.
More than a couple.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's 5 times, bro.
I'm actually going to go ahead and give you the breakdown. If you're going to go at all games together, it is 43 to 28 in favor of Marky Moon.
Honestly, 43-28 looks way better than 4 to 20.
It does, see?
You know?
You got to think about it a little bit, see?
But then it's like, all right, does that mean that, like, Balloon Boy's just not clutch enough? I guess so.
I mean, if he doesn't get it done here, I mean, brother, brother. Oh man, no, there's a lot riding here. I mean, this could be literally the pinnacle weekend of Blue Boy's career so far, and he's just got one person standing in his way, and it is Marky Moo.
I mean, look at that viewer vote, right? I mean, they
Bro.
slight favor to Marky Moo, but pretty much right down the line.
Yes, sir.
Everybody knows that either of these players can win. It's been a long time coming for Balloon Boy, but I am glad that he is getting put to the ultimate test going up against Marky Moo here, because if he wins this, there's no Johns that can be made, no excuses. It is fully earned by Balloon Boy. But what is it that PJ said earlier? Hold on, the writing's this fire? Right, this script is this fire, right? This is a tale of legends foretold.
Look, bro.
A crossover of souls, 50% down the middle. They're here to see who is the best player in the world right now at this moment. Is it Balloon Boy? Or is it gonna be Marky Moo? You know, I kind of want to find out from the crowd here, since, you know, they're here, they pulled up in person. If you think Balloon Boy is gonna win, can y'all make some noise? That's pretty loud. That's pretty loud. Here we go, we're starting up the grand finals. 2, 1, brawl!
All right, we are in it. We're going to start out with the Diana. We're going to start out with the Mordex. A tale as old as time here in the Brawlhalla community. Brawlhalla Esports, this is the matchup you all have been waiting for. Marky Moo and Balloon Boy starting out in neutral here. Marky Moo getting some good neutral lights. Balloon Boy bringing himself back up with recovery. He's using that soft platform. The movement is spectacular right now on both these players.
Yeah, extremely even at this point. And this time we're not on Small World's End, right? We're on the Fortress of the Wolves here, as Marky forces Balloon Boy off stage, scoops him back up, and then throws him back down. Pretty much using the entire stage to his advantage here to get these extensions. Balloon Boy trying to find a moment to riposte, but hasn't been able to get through this immaculate defense of Marky Moo. Almost gets the setup there for potential recovery. Nope, sets it up for the NSIG instead, and commanding lead taken from Marky Moo here, game number 1.
Yeah, what an absolutely crazy way to start off for this Mordex for Marky Moo. Definitely being the first to strike, having a fantastic momentum here, beginning of game number 1. Balloon Boy whiffing right there on the neutral light. Marky Moo able to go ahead and scoop it up with a couple off the side. The dare will connect into a neutral light. Nothing after that. Very, very patient from Marky Moo, not trying to push the envelope too much yet.
Let's see, nice little sidelight from Marky, doing a great job of corner guarding Balloon Boy, trying to take his time getting back to stage. Burnt a lot of resources there, but a good turnaround. Maybe the stock as well, and Marky will get his dodge back, and he doesn't cover the dodge back to the corner, so he gets another chance here to extend some extra damage with his first stock. Balloon Boy severely struggling to find the knockout, and Marky Moo is running away with it.
I don't know about this Diana against Marky Moo here. It is definitely struggling in game number 1 as Marky Moo is opening it wide open here as Balloon Boy sent up to that top 45 and onto his final stock of game number 1. Still unable to get that first stock away from Marky Moo. There we go, the unarmed Sarah going way low with the bow, but Marky Moo's right there to shut it down with a neutral air.
Let's see, all right, this could be the first stock. Maybe Balloon Boy really needs it, but he can't find it. Still, Marky Moo tacking on more and more and more damage. I don't know what's happening with Balloon Boy right now, but he's not able to make the connections. Finally getting the first stock. Way too late into the game, though, I think, but we'll see. We've seen people be in the exact same position before and still get the full turnaround.
We've seen both of these players be in this exact position before and get the turnaround. So we're going to see if Balloon Boy can kind of buckle down here, or if it's just going to be a go next situation to try and take it to game number 2. He does have that winner side advantage, so he does have a little wiggle room, a little cushion to kind of play around with here. So shouldn't be a whole lot of pressure on his shoulders yet. He's still got plenty of time.
Okay, Balloon Boy trying to go ahead and wiggle his way back into this one. Gonna get caught by the end light, gets disarmed by that as well, which is gonna make it even more difficult to come back into this game. Marky tries to close it out with the unarmed break dance. It doesn't connect, but he does find another hit following that one. At this point, he's really just adding on extra damage for the sake of adding on extra damage. Balloon Boy recognizes, you know what, this game's kind of chalked. I'm not gonna burn all my energy on game 1 when I'm on the winner side of things.
I mean, it's very smart going off of what we've talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing blasters. The time spent in these games does take a toll. It is a long time to keep those blasters online, especially when he's favoring that weapon. Now, he didn't didn't get a whole lot of offense in game number 1, only 246 coming from the Triple B, 186 of that on Bo, and 47 of it on the Blasters. On the other hand, though, Marky Moo using both weapons in his kit almost evenly to get that first opening win.
Yeah, I mean, really, where the issue kind of arose from, right, was Balloon Boy just couldn't secure any stocks, right? We didn't see any D-Light recoveries on those blasters. We didn't see any D-Light recoveries on the bow. He just couldn't seem to find the opening. Marky was just a little bit too pesky. And even every set up until this point, we've seen Marky kind of rock a few different characters. Oh, my God.
Wait.
Okay, we're good. We're back. We're live. I was sweating for a second there, but we live. But he's rocking the Mordex into Balloon Boy, right? Everyone else got this aerial. You know, they got the Munin. But he said, you know, Balloon Boy hasn't been able to deal with this Mordex, so I know exactly what to hit him with that'll make him struggle. And look at him struggle right now.
Balloon Boy had a good opportunity there, but played the safe route, didn't let the dare go. What a dodge. Caught him with the down air. Playing it very safe. A lot of respect being given to Marky Moo right now.
Oh, wow, that NSIG has enough juice on it to take the first stock of Balloon Boy. And honestly, this is a similar situation to the last game. Marky was around the exact same damage when he got the first stock last time as well. So it's starting to make me a little bit worried for Balloon Boy because now Marky's starting to get some of this side stuff going. But as I say that, Balloon Boy finds that ground pound, says, yo, stomp that out real quick.
All right, he was able to go ahead and confirm that one, keep things nice and close, and now we're seeing some offense from Balloon Boy as we got like 5 uncontested hits, 6 against Marky Moo. Marky Moo's gonna have to fight back. He's now been disarmed. Balloon Boy is laser focused in trying to take the advantage here.
Okay, nice little opening from Marky Moo, gets a good chunk of damage. Balloon Boy again with the ground pound at the light orange, but can never be said enough. That's the strongest ground pound in the game for that exact reason. Never sleep on that one.
You have to be accurate with it. It has a lot of force, but it is, you earn it. It's a very high risk, high reward situation of trying to pull that ground pound off stage. Marky Moo, though, fighting back, trying to dig in and get the stock count closed and back up. Balloon Boy staying out of the way of the neutral light. We got the clash over on the right side. Marky Moo not coming off of that platform at all, keeping his feet on the stage. Side light, trying to get the ground to get the side light. Nobody was home.
All right, now let's see. Balloon Boy with a chance for a turnaround. Not gonna be able to get it. Marky Moo instead gets the turnaround with the ground pound. Yeah, Balloon Boy kind of overextending a little bit, but recognizing, hey, I have a stock to work with. I could potentially just close the game out right now, but now Marky has Scythe, and you know what Marky's Scythe can do. We saw it in game 2 versus Ahmet in the winner side where he was able to get that 0 to KO and basically just win the game from there. And it almost looked like that. Great retaliation from Balloon Boy, but he keeps getting sent off the stage. Get back on the stage, Balloon Boy, for your own sake, because Marky's not gonna make it easy for you. Is there enough juice? Not yet. Needs one more D-Light, and he finds it. He drops the combo, though.
Marky Moo fighting back on He's not afraid to do it. Wait a second. Bad position for Marky Moo. Sweat beats out. Balloon Boy hovering, lurking. Got it. Got to get some D-Light in the Sair. Balloon Boy ties it up. He's 2 games away from being mid-season champion.
2 games away. But for some reason, those 2 games seem so far. They seem so far. You got the last stop on the train ride, but for whatever reason, between your previous stop and the final stop is like 30 minutes. You know, every other stop was like 5 minutes in between, but this one, you got the extended scenery. So we'll see if Balloon Boy can do it. 2 more to go, but I don't think Marky's gonna make it easy. I think we're going to a reset, but we'll see if that ends up happening.
I think we're definitely at least going to a game number 5. I mean, we see it time after time when these 2 players come to fight each other, that it always goes down to the last few interactions. Okay, nice fadeaway Sair from Balloon Boy. Another down air, down air. Sair, wait, big damage coming from the Triple B here in the opening of game number 3.
Let's see, I mean, Balloon Boy getting a lot of unanswered hits here, getting some great soft reads with those jump down airs as well to really tack on the damage. There we go again with the down air, almost gets a double Sair, just a little bit too stacked for the hitbox to hit Marky there, but in such a good spot. A D-Light recovery should be enough. Not quite, maybe like 1 to like 5 damage off, but at this point, Balloon Boy's just gonna fish for an NSIG?
Absolute flow state. Are you seeing this kid right now? Barely took any damage at all in his opening stock. He just got the win in game number 2. He sees the light. He sees the finish line. You can see it in his movement. Look how confident he's playing Flambeau.
He looks extremely confident, Slow-Mo. I'll give you that. He looks like he's ready to go ahead and beat a champion, but he's still got more work to do. Oh, Marky Moo barely doesn't get that ground pound. Oh my God, Balloon Boy almost deleted his stock right there. But he's doing a great job of just punching back quickly and succinctly, right? He doesn't go for these elaborate long extensions. He just says, you punch me in the face, I'm gonna punch you back harder.
He definitely needs to be conservative here. He needs
Fair.
to keep things slow. Nothing crazy. 1-2 hits. Just use the blasters. Use the zoning that your weapon does so well. Neutral sig right in Marky Moo's face. Top 45.
Yeah, I mean, right now, you would think he's playing Isaiah with the way that he got a laser dot sight right to Marky Moo's head with these N-Sigs. But we'll see Marky bring it back. That's a good start. The down air to throw, the weapon throw to secure. The stock still has to do a reverse 3 stock here, though. But he has that scythe. We know what this scythe can do. Marky, it's time to put it online. Activate X Factor.
Absolutely. Okay, caught the landing there. Now we're seeing Marky Moo's movement kind of step up a little bit. Balloon Boy going to catch recovery up right atop that soft platform. Backing all the way up, giving Marky Moo the room, waiting for that opening so he can punish. Great job moving this bow around. Oh, the recovery's going to come up a little low, but Marky Moo really couldn't get a punish off of it. The down air will be punished, though. Using that soft platform again, another dare lands against Marky Moo. Somehow getting him in that gravity cancel D-Light. Marky Moo has no weapon, but he's continuing to fight back. Balloon Boy whipping on the Sair. There it is. Gravity cancel D-Light in the Sair.
Oh, the double ground pound from Marky Moo. He said, I may as well. What do I got to lose, man? I'm already last stock red. Let me make sure that I do something that will guarantee get me that stock and potentially give me a shot here. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna shark, bro. He's gonna shark.
I mean, you have to. He's got to get against stock here. He's got to catch Balloon Boy slipping off stage and be able to capitalize on it with that side. Balloon Boy, though, being very careful, and you see how he's staying in the center of the stage. He knows not to press the issue off stage against Marky Moo, especially when he had that scythe. Sair will do it. There it is. He's up 2-1. 1 game away for the second place curse to be broken. One game. One
game. And Balloon Boy will have finally done it. Finally overcome his demon in Marky Moo to win a tournament, taking oh my God, 634 damage done by Balloon Boy compared to Marky Moo's 347.
Yeah, he was on demon time. He went to work in that game number 3, and now Marky Moo, we see he has swapped over to the Mirage. It is time to try and make something break loose and happen here.
Okay, I mean, I get it, man. You got to try something. Your back's against the ropes. You need that one final push, something, because the Mordex wasn't working, and Balloon Boy really just trying to close it out here.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen the success when he slows down on the blasters and the way he's been able to zone Marky Moo. We don't see that same effectiveness on the bow per se, but he's still trying to make it work. There we go. We're swapping the blasters. Now it's time to dig in. We're looking for knockouts now. Letting the down air fade all the way down to the stage. Side sig, gonna let it rip. The down light in the wrong direction, allowing Marky Moo to come back up on stage.
Okay, Marky needs to land. Man, just do a little bit of a Brawlhalla wiggle to get down there. Gets caught by the last shot of that downlight and ends up losing the stock for it. Balloon Boy 2 stocks away from being the mid-season's champion.
Say it one more time for me, Flambo.
2 stocks away from being the mid-season's champion, and he's looking quite poised to do it. 2 unanswered end lights, gets a follow-up, tacking on all this extra damage. Marky Moo looking for the stock, hits the Spinaroonie with the down sig, but doesn't have enough oomph to it.
Balloon Boy, extra credit is so important. You look at him moving. The neutral sig is going to go ahead and whiff Marky Moo with the pogo on top of it, trying to do the low-res special there. Okay, Sair will connect, looking for another one. Balloon Boy staying on the stage. Ooh, nice Sair from Marky Moo. Going to go ahead and swat him away.
I'm worried for Marky Moo here. I would love to make him have the Game 5 happen. I believed in it. But man, I mean, Mirage is a pretty low defense legend, and he's already in the orange. Balloon Boy could set up for a stock right here if he gets the edge guard. Not quite able to do it, but Marky Moo's still in a precarious situation. He fights back. The side six gonna be represented. Tries to go for the double, just narrowly doesn't get it. I respect the vision. I saw it in a different timeline, but it's not the one we're in today.
Balloon Boy trying to get that weapon drop. Oh, he gets on it, and it's going to be the blasters that he had prime. Marky Moo holding down the center of the stage. Side light's going to go ahead and connect. Got the down light into Sair. There's a stock. Say it for me, Flambo. How many more? Many more? One more, Flambo.
One more. Come on, Marky Moo. Let's see if you can bring this to a final stock game here. We want to see you fight your heart out. But Balloon Boy putting on a lot of pressure, and he's adding up a lot of damage as well. This Mirage is taking blow after blow. You can't be going head-to-head, toe-to-toe with him right now. You got to get something unanswered.
Although we're seeing it though, there's a nice tear. Oh, what a way to interrupt the pogo. But Balloon Boy got hit by the second one, weapon throw down. Balloon Boy still has the options. Can he find it? Sweat beats out. Marky moves so patient.
Are we going to game 5? Are we going to game 5? Balloon Boy is so close. You said it yourself, Slow-Mo. He can see the light. He can see it. But can he be embraced by it? That is the question, because Markimu is trying his best. Huge damage. Tries to close the game right there. But it's not enough. Balloon Boy is so close. But is he going to be able to do it? Is Markimu clutch? Is Markimu clutch? The answer is no. And Balloon Boy is your mid-season champion. Finally defeating the curse and taking out Markimu and winning. Finally, finally, finally embracing the light of victory. Bread Mafia popping off in the crowd. Slow-Mo has taken off his jacket.
I can't throw the headset.
It has been done. Balloon Boy is your champion. Crazy work. And of course, like true competitors, Markimu holding up the trophy with Balloon Boy, just like they've done in tournaments past. That's his homie. That's family. This is why we play the game. This is why we show up and land. It's from moments like this where we get to watch history be made with our homies. Look at that. This is Brawl.